risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin. And over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Welcome to Staples.
Hi, I hear Staples prints it all.
Oh, you bet. Posters, banners.
Can you print it all for Mother's Day?
Oh, of course. Photo gifts like canvas prints, photo puzzles.
Can you print it all for graduation?
Sure can. Custom cards and invites.
Can you print a huge banner with the grad's picture?
Oh, definitely.
Even an embarrassing baby picture?
Oh, those are the best kind.
I know, right?
Print it all for moms and grads at Staples. And right now, get 40% off custom cards, invites, and photo gifts. N75 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Did you know Harman Solar has gone super high tech? There's an amazing tool at harmansolar.com that'll give you an instant ballpark solar estimate using satellites from space. You just type in a little information, and within seconds, you'll have an idea of just how little money it takes to save big on that monthly electric bill. I did it, and within seconds, they measured my roof and calculated my savings. It's very impressive. Go to harmansolar.com and give it a try yourself. That's harmansolar.com.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
Well, you could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Arizona businesses need more skilled workers, and our students are the solution. At the Pima Joint Technical Education District, we build the talent Arizona businesses rely on. With cutting-edge programs in health and technology and hands-on career training, our 30,000 students will graduate ready for high-demand careers. JTED builds the future of Arizona's workforce. Learn how our students will bring excellence to your business at pimajted.org. This message is sponsored by Potoff Private Philanthropy.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM. Wherever you go, take us along. Listen to our live stream on our free Fanatic app. Download it today.
All right, people, settle down because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Thursday here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Hola! We got Harris Hicks in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Sweet! That's right, Diamondbacks just swept the Marlins. They did that earlier today, and Gavin McLeod, I'm sorry, Pavin McLeod. No, Pavin Smith. He got another home run.
Yeah, Pavin Smith.
Pavin?
Yeah. Pavin.
Kind of name is Pavin, by the way.
Well, I don't know, but he's been paving at the plate lately.
That's not even a thing. That doesn't mean anything.
He's just absolutely mowing it down. He's in his last 7 games, he's hitting like 350 something like that, 340 something, and he's just crushing the ball. And so Good for the Diamondbacks today.
Yep, him and Josh Naylor.
Yeah, and it's good to see Josh Naylor actually hitting some stuff. How about Eduardo Rodriguez getting his first win of the season?
Yeah.
He was 0-2 coming in today.
Yep.
He gets the win, and Puck has his fourth save with a 3.38 ERA, and he seems to shut down guys pretty good.
All the cylinders are firing, man. And then, of course, Norby struck out with bases loaded in the seventh, and the Marlins just, well, they like to get the people on the base. They just couldn't get anybody across the plate.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Corbin Carroll, he just extended his on-base streak to 25 straight games. That's nice.
Yeah,
I mean, part of that was in last season, but still, Corbin Carroll is back to his old self. Everything is just clicking for the Diamondbacks.
You just feel like this team now has shaken off the rust from the offseason. I don't know, Harris. What do you think? And the Diamondbacks.
What does he think? What is he going to say? No, I think there's a lot of rust on there.
Well, I want to hear what Pavin's got. Yeah, because he's
Pavin. What do you have to say?
Well,
I want to hear what Pavin's got. Sorry, Harris. Triple H. Damn
contrary to popular belief, I think I bring a lot to the table in this discussion. And I will say the big part for the Diamondbacks has been Josh Naylor. He's been able to not only hit the ball hard, but hit the ball, period, man. He's batting .328. The Diamondbacks have an .803 OPS as a team. That's top 3 in the MLB behind only the New York Yankees. They are rolling.
Those metrics we keep hearing about.
Yeah.
Is that what he's doing?
Some of it.
The metrics. Yeah, I'm getting in it. I'm getting into the metrics mode, guys.
Well, next game up is on Friday, which is, by the way, tomorrow. And Corbin Burns will take the mound against the Cubs.
Yep.
Goody, we get the Cubs again.
In Chicago.
Yeah, well, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I think the Diamondbacks have the Cubs number.
They're leaving warm Miami and heading to chilly Chicago.
Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. It's probably warming up by now. It wasn't in Chicago where they were having some snow during the game. Where was that? That there was snow on the ground.
I don't know. That
while they were playing.
That might have been
like a week ago or something.
Might have been in New York.
I saw that New York one.
You love to see a sweep. You absolutely do. And, then, of course, you look at the past 10 games, winning 7 of the last 10 games, winning a series against the Orioles, the Brewers, and the Marlins. All of it feels good. Just feels nice,
A little too good.
And
just a little too good.
What do you mean too good?
I'm just convinced.
Don't
I don't
jinx
know
it.
anything. It's baseball. Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Listen, we're going to go through peaks and valleys.
That's right.
That is a baseball season. But right now, we're enjoying the peak.
This is true.
The valley comes,
true.
We'll be fine. Just, let the boys work it out and then just really hope that the timing of a hot streak comes when you need it the most, and that is towards the end of the season.
You just want to see these guys play ball. I mean, San Francisco is playing good ball right now. The Padres are playing good ball right now.
Ball right now.
So you want the Diamondbacks to hang with these other two teams. I mean, obviously the Dodgers are playing good ball right now.
Yeah.
So you want the Diamondbacks to be competitive. I think the National League West is going to be a shootout later on this season. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, yeah. It is a gauntlet, man. Like that division is with the way the Padres are playing as well. I mean, the Dodgers, again, it's baseball. They're going to find their stride. That's probably what's going to happen. How about the Giants? Jung-Ho Lee is having one heck of a season, man.
Yeah, well,
can I just say this though? As far as it goes with the, by the way, when I say that, I'm not really asking permission. I'm just going to talk anyway.
Well, I gave you permission.
Thank you, Harris. That meant a lot. So the Diamondbacks are only a game and a half behind the Los Angeles Dodgers and San Francisco Giants as well. They're only barely right behind the Dodgers and the Giants, and then just a bit behind the Padres. I mean, 3 games back from the Padres. It's not a bad position to be in right now.
You want the Diamondbacks to keep pace. You don't want to see them drop, down in the standings at all. You want to keep pace with that.
And again, the standings is just a way of looking at where are we at right now, but none of this matters right now. None of it really matters because, again, we are so early into this season. 19 games.
Yeah.
This is too early to even, I probably shouldn't even be looking at the standings.
Right.
It shouldn't even matter. But, just a little report card action. That's all. Doesn't mean we're going to, we could be at the bottom of the National League, here in a few weeks if we don't keep going. So,
I mean, the Rockies are already 11 and a half games back.
Yeah, I was gonna say poor Rockies.
All right,
man.
maybe not that far down,
They
but
were
we could be
dealt a
down.
bad hand.
But
Poor
the
Rockies.
Diamondbacks are playing good ball, and like you said, Jeffrey, it's a tight race in the West. It's only 3 games.
Yeah,
you
we're not
know,
racing
from,
yet.
from the top. But no, we're not racing. But you want to keep pace. You don't want to lose a bunch of ground and have to make it up.
Yes.
I'm not even gonna click on. I mean, I got tabs where I can see like if the playoffs were to happen right now, what would happen. I'm not even
No,
gonna do it.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Not that feels like a jinx.
Don't
if I
do it,
that.
Jeffrey. That's
No,
that's a
I
media hoax.
I love this team too much. I'm just clicking out of that screen.
There you
We're
go.
done in that screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't even care what happens in the NBA. I'll click that screen. I'll click it all damn day long.
Yep.
So the playoffs have begun for the NBA, I think. I mean, I know.
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
really apply to us. Excuse me.
Nope, it doesn't.
Yeah, I guess somebody was talking to Ishbia. He just showed up in the headlines. Oh my God. So by the way, Ishbia firmly has grasped the right arm and right leg of Budenholzer and completely picked him up, spun him around, and tossed him underneath the bus.
Yes.
Totally has done it. He's when you hear him talk about Budenholzer, he's just like, hey, there's a reason he's not here, and we got a lot of work to do. We should have won more games, and it's all on Budenholzer. I don't know if that's fair or not, but
Totally not fair.
I mean, some of it might be, some, but not all. You know, I mean,
Here's what happens. Okay. Let's say you go home and you see this. We're going to say 2 toddlers made a mess. One of them spilt everything, spilt all of the
I
food.
feel like you and I are the toddlers in this, Randy.
You guys are the toddlers. Let's say
Okay.
Jeffrey
All right.
spilt everything. And Randy comes
sounds
around.
about right.
Randy comes around and just spreads it on the floor. He doesn't pick it up, but he just spreads it on the floor.
That sounds like me.
absolutely
Yeah.
yes,
right?
you know,
Right?
that's true.
Yeah. And Jeffrey says, no, Randy, it's all your fault. You spreaded it all out on the floor.
Mm.
Well, that's not true because Jeffrey's the one that caused the situation.
I
to
would have had a
begin with.
chance to clean it if he hadn't come over and spread it all over.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Yep.
Ishbia's the one that spilled it, and Budenholzer's the one that was spreading it all over the floor. I'll say that to you. That's how I compare it. So Matt Ishbia, man, you can't put all of this on Budenholzer. This was your roster.
I
Your
like that I
decision
get to be
trade these
Ishbia
guys.
because that means I'm very rich now.
That means you're very powerful.
very rich.
Very powerful. Yeah.
He was in front of a microphone. He says, "Oh yeah, embarrassing season, right? Disappointing,
Right.
awful. I watch every game like all you guys do, and no one's proud of it. No one's happy with it. From me, the front office, to the coaches, the players, to the marketing executives, even the security guards, it was a failure." And so, yeah, he's just put this completely and absolutely on Budenholzer's porch. Like harder than I've ever seen an owner do.
Stop it. Yeah, he should not be putting this all on Budenholzer. This was his roster. And Blake, I heard Blake Griffin talking about it, and he said he could see it from a mile away. It's just a poorly constructed team. You have 3, it's like he compared it to an AAU team. You get 3 guys together who do a lot of the same things, who like to ISO ball and
Right.
not necessarily ISO ball, but get their spots in the mid range and all of that. And you don't have any of these complementary pieces.
Right. The
It's over
complementary
glorified
pieces.
AAU team.
You can have a guy like Durant and Booker and
Yeah,
Beal,
yeah.
but you better have a way better bench. You better have way
Absolutely.
better 2 other starters are involved, and those guys
Yeah.
have better complement what the other guys do. And it just everything was just the word feckless just keeps coming to mind
Feckless.
when I look at how
Great
the Suns had been constructed and how they implemented things. So, but Ishbia, I'm starting to wonder about his personality. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
Okay.
One of the things that I have realized in my life by observing the behavior of others is a narcissist is going to blame you for the exact thing that they do. So he is loudly proclaiming it is his fault, the coach's fault. Look what I gave him. I gave him these players, these amazing players. We should have won more games. It's his fault. It's almost kind of like that a little bit. Like,
Well, he also said to the team, changes are coming to the team.
duh.
So I mean, it's not like we didn't know that. It's not like we
It's
didn't
not even
expect
dun dun
changes.
dun. It's duh duh duh. We all know that.
But
Yeah.
I tell you what I do like. Yes, he throws a world championship coach who only had 1 season with this team
Uh-huh.
throws him completely under the bus,
Completely.
which is a bad look in my opinion.
Yeah, bad look.
You got to give a guy at least 2 years. At least 2 years.
And if Ishbia came up there and was like, you know what, guys, this was my fault. It was on me. I jumped the gun here. I have a lot of work to do. I would have been like, you know what, man? I respect that.
Yeah,
Thanks for being
absolutely.
transparent. Thanks for being honest. But nope. He decided to throw Budenholzer under the bus. And by the way, Budenholzer, Vogel, those are championship winning coaches. Those are not your average Joe Schmoes.
He didn't
Those
do
guys
this.
have done it.
He didn't do this the last guy. He did this Budenholzer. Here's what he did. Not only did he grab him by the arms, like I said, threw him under the bus.
Yep.
He then yelled on the radio to the guy driving the bus, back up over him again.
Yep.
Now run forward. Again.
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 What are you doing? You missed the
Again.
spot. Literally.
Again. And he's going to keep doing it. He's just going to keep doing it till nobody talks about it anymore. So
It's ridiculous, man.
it's a bad look, Ishbia.
Yeah.
That is a bad look.
Bad look.
And here's the thing. If we all agreed with Ishbia that Budenholzer was the sole problem and the big reason, you wouldn't have had to say anything. We already know.
Yeah.
You don't need to tell us.
Yep.
But the fact you need to loudly proclaim and throw that dude under the bus as you did with your mouth.
Yeah.
It's not a good look for you, pal. It's not a good look for you.
Nope. Like I said, Ishbia is the one that created the mess, and Budenholzer spilled it and smeared it all over the floor and then got all the blame for it.
And
That's
here
exactly
we
what
are.
happened. Here we are, folks.
Here we are.
Frustrating.
I don't know how he's going to wheel and deal his way out of this. I don't know how, okay, hooray, we got rid of the bad coach. Okay, well, you got to do something with this roster. There's no coach that can come in and make the roster that is broken unbroken.
Well, there's the 5 stages of grief, Jeffrey, and stage 1 is denial. And I think Matt Ishbia looked around, he looked at his roster and what they're doing, he looked at the picks he had, and he said, we're screwed. And I think he is just completely in denial right now. I think
that
he's
will
in
not
stage 1.
change. He will never believe other than what he has said.
Nope. And so for Phoenix to get out of this, man, you might have to go and trade Kevin Durant for some picks, trade Bradley Beal, see what you can possibly get for Bradley Beal. And they're in sports purgatory, what I like to call it.
You know, there's a possibility. Here's the possibility. Follow the bouncing ball here.
Okay.
All right. Following the bouncing ball.
I'm the rich guy, Ishbia.
Yes.
I come to town. I'm all in. I'm like, yeah, let's spend some money. Oh, apron? What apron? Come on, let's do it. Woo! Yeah, let's do it. It didn't work. So what do we got to do to fix this? Well, then we're gonna have to trade this, and we're probably gonna have to rebuild. And then you're like, oh, that's boring. I'm gonna go do something else. Like, I think he may, like, well, you know, I was trying to. What was he trying to buy a hockey team or something? Or he was trying to
a baseball team.
baseball team.
Oh, he'd be a great
Him and his,
baseball
was it him and his brother or something? And so
Maybe.
he might be
Maybe.
like, all right, well, I'll come back when this is more interesting. And he'll like, James Jones, you got this. And he'll wander on off and I'll come watch the games, but you guys got this. I got other things I got to do.
I don't think
The
so.
best thing that could happen would be that is if he got distracted with something else, let the grown-ups do their work.
I don't think he will.
That might be a good point, Jeffrey. You may have to distract him. James Jones might have to think of elaborate schemes to distract him.
I don't know. He shouldn't have to do that. That's
Yeah,
not
he
his
shouldn't.
job. to
I
do
don't.
that.
I don't think that's going to happen.
But you got to admit, it would probably.
It's not like Matt
Work.
Ishbia is, this 75-year-old, basketball owner that can do other
No.
things. It's not like Matt Ishbia has got multiple irons in the fire. He doesn't.
Oh, he does. He's got a mortgage company or
Well,
something.
he's running a
and
mortgage
he's
company.
wanting a baseball team. if he
Well,
gets that baseball team, maybe
I
he'll
don't-
focus on that for a while.
But his passion, he played basketball at Michigan State.
Yeah, won a title 2000.
He played basketball. He loves basketball. And
Yeah.
he's only, 45? He's
Something
45
like
years
that,
old.
yeah. Young guy. Young
So
guy.
he's just going to be laser focused on the Phoenix Suns.
And Matt Ishbia,
Damn it.
I haven't questioned his care to win. And as an owner, that's vastly important. And that one
I
day
appreciate that.
will benefit him in the long run. What I'm questioning here is his act of not taking responsibility for what has happened and blaming all of it on Budenholzer. That's what I have sort of a problem.
You know what? I here's the thing. What he does next, the actions are what count the most. If he wants to step up and blame Budenholzer and say, this is a mockery, blah, blah, blah," and then he says, okay, James Jones, take care of this.
Right.
I don't care who he blames as long as his next actions are winning actions.
Right.
But Probably is not going to follow throwing Budenholzer under the bus. Probably also not a good look for some other coach who was going, yeah, not going there
I don't
because
think I want to go there.
yeah, first off, they fire you once a year. Yeah, it was great. You walk off with whatever's left of your contract, but do I want to do that, or am I in this because I love the game? So, and then I got this guy. He's going to blame me at the end of things, even if it's not my fault. I think I'm going to pass. You're going to see some quality coaching candidates say no, thank you to the Phoenix Suns, and that is this is the worst damage that Ishbia could do to the team.
Severely bad damage. And the thing about it is, if they go after Mike Malone, Mike Malone is like, okay, like, yeah, I'm a championship winning coach. Look what you did to these other championship winning coaches. Ishbia has fired 3 coaches in 3 years that have gone to the NBA Finals. This is nuts. 3 coaches in 3 years that have gone to the NBA Finals. It's not like these guys were like, you're down coaches and bad hires and unqualified. No, these guys have done it before and it hasn't worked. So when you 3 times, fool me once, all right, fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times. You look at that and you say, oh my goodness, there's no way it's the coach's fault when 3 guys in 3 years that have great backgrounds have flopped.
Well, the other thing that Ishbia has said is Booker is going nowhere. The Suns will not be trading Devin Booker. He says he's a franchise player. He's done amazing things. I speak with him and we're very aligned in what we want to do. His mission and my mission are very similar. Let's bring a championship to Phoenix. So that means whatever happens next, Booker ain't going nowhere. He's off the table as an option for change.
I believe it. There you go.
888-368-1580. Moist One says, hold on here. I should probably pre-read this, but it's got the thinky wheel. So I'll have to come back to that. That's not a great sign when Moist One's text, it has the thinky wheel.
You always have to wait a second and delay and read Moist Ones before you actually read it out.
Oh yeah, you've got pre-read.
Right.
Yeah, don't ever
Good
just
call,
read it right off the thing there.
Yeah.
Donnie says Ishbia will never win, and that's karma for flopping against Jokic. Oh, just shut up, Donnie. Let's see here. Moist One, let's see. He says, never mind, what I said was dumb. Okay. He was trying to do pig Latin and it failed. All right. I'll save you from yourself and also save the listeners from you as well.
Yeah.
Sharp Cat says Booker is a coach killer. Plus, he dated a Kardashian. Yes, the Kardashian curse is a real thing. And that might still be playing into what's happening today.
He's not dating her now, though.
It was a Jenner. So I don't know. Maybe that lasting effect. I don't know. I don't know the rules. You got to get the guys from Supernatural to go get the bones of Caitlyn Jenner and salt them and burn them and then speak some Latin or something. I don't know how it works, but that Kardashian curse for sports is a real thing, man.
It is. Just ask Chris Humphries.
Oh, no, we can't because he's on his 3rd shift at the Olive Garden. That's life did not treat him well after the Kardashian thing.
Tristan Thompson, too.
Base Slappa says, when we traded our good bench for Durant, that's when we were screwed. Yeah. See, I love that we got Durant, but I hated seeing those guys go. That hurt my heart.
According to the AZ Central.
Mhm.
I know we have a break to go to.
No, we don't. We've already passed it.
All right. According to the AZ Central, March 26, 2025, Kendall Jenner and Devin Booker are back together.
This is as of April 2025. Wow.
So right now,
Kardashian
curse is a real thing.
Oh my goodness.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Says Coach Killer. That's Durant. Take a look at this. Every coach Durant has played for in the NBA. PJ Carlissimo back in 2007 and 8. Scott Brooks from 2008 to 15. Billy Donovan from 15 to 16. Steve Kerr on the Warriors 16 to 19. I don't understand how, but they're all still working. So I don't understand how he's killing coaches. The only coaches that he has killed are the last 4. I'll give you the last 4. I don't know about Vaughn, but he did kill Steve Nash. He did take out Monty Williams. He did sniper, no-look snipe Frank Vogel, and now Budenholzer. I don't think Durant did it. I'll be honest. Durant is so cool and easygoing. He just existed. He got his.
That's pretty well put.
He got his money. He played his game. He's got his lunchbox, and now he's going home. I mean, he's a great guy. He's a great worker. I don't think you can blame Kevin Durant for anything that happened. The only coach I know for sure he got rid of was Steve Nash, and he got rid of that and then got rid of himself. So anyway, we got to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about the NBA playoffs that the Suns aren't in and what's going on there. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
At Lowe's, pros save big on the supplies you need to get the job done. With the new My Lowe's Pro Rewards program, get member-only deals every week and access to free standard shipping. Plus, members earn points toward exclusive rewards. Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. Program subject to terms and conditions. Free standard shipping not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop Spring Black Friday savings up to 35% off select appliances plus free delivery from top brands like Samsung. Get tech you can trust to simplify your daily routines. From all-in-one washer dryers to smart refrigerators with Family Hub. Upgrade your kitchen and laundry with trusted technology from Samsung. Ranked #1 in customer satisfaction. Get Spring Black Friday appliance savings and free delivery now at the Home Depot. Visit jdpower.com/awards for more details. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid April 3rd through April 23rd. U.S. only. See store online for details.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Jerry Jones, go trade for Travis Hunter. You need an injection of superstardom. You need it. You know you want it. You trade draft capital in the future to get one of the biggest stars to come to this team since Randy Moss wanted to show up. This is what we're talking about here because it checks every box.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at 9 a.m. on 1580, The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Oh my God. You know, I saw that news story about the 2-year-old boy who was missing in northern Arizona. I'm like, well, that's not going to end well.
Nope.
2-year-old boy wanders off, and I'm like, oh man, I was just ready for tragedy. Turned out he made it. He survived. He walked 7 miles.
Oh, that's awesome.
Badass little 2-year-old, though. He walked 7 miles alone through the wilderness, and they when they were looking for him, they spotted coyotes and 2 different mountain lions. And so this kid just like toddling along in his Pampers.
Wow.
That is crazy.
But 16 hours after the kid went missing, this rancher just kind of was on his land, and he's like, what's going on over here? Oh, look, it's my dog Buford. And by the way, his dog Buford looks exactly like a dog named Buford. That is a good dog. Now, Buford, he's a big dog. He's a good dog.
Yes.
And this is Buford's job is to chase off coyotes.
Yes.
He goes and he loves his job. He's Anatolian Pyrenees.
Yeah. In it for the game.
And so I guess Buford came across the kid like maybe just a mile or two from the house. And so Buford just stayed with the kid, just protected him and guarded him.
Wow.
And walked along with him. They kind of calculated it out, like, how far the kid walked on his own, though.
Wow.
For quite a bit of those 7 miles. Just, I don't know how he kept the mountain lions and coyotes from eating him, but he did. And I guess the rancher is like, boy, did you walk all night? The little 2-year-old says, no, I laid up under a tree over there. Like, whoa. What kid that's 2 says, no, I laid up under a tree?
Wow.
That is a badass 2-year-old boy.
Man.
Wow. So and here's the thing. I just want to say the story that I read just shows you how dumb some journalists are. Here's just the quote. The beef farmer said, no, that's called a rancher, you moron.
The beef farmer.
That's not even a thing.
Beef farmer.
Said
Come on.
The boy was in good shape, but upset. I wonder what he was upset
I wonder
about.
what he was upset about. Yeah.
Huh.
Maybe Buford. Like, I don't know. Maybe he ticked him off. I don't
No,
know.
I don't think he was mad at Buford.
Yeah.
I don't know what his deal. Maybe he just missed his favorite cartoon or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, I hate
maybe.
when that happens.
Maybe he was upset because he was hungry.
So yeah, he was just
So many
toddling
things,
along
so many possibilities.
through
Right.
mountains and canyons and boulder piles, and the rancher's like, "Yeah, it's rough for adults." I mean, but this 2-year-old, the 7 miles in that
7 miles.
he just trucked it along right there. So he says that Buford just loves kids. So once he found this kid, he just was going to stick to him like glue until some grown-up showed up. So that's a great end of a story right there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations, to Buford.
Yeah.
And this
that was really
2-year-old.
the main point of this is how awesome a dog Buford is. And then I realized this little 2-year-old's a badass too.
Oh, heck yeah. They make a great dynamic duo.
It's got to be man of the day.
Yeah, man card accreditation to this unnamed 2-year-old boy.
We should do that, man of the day.
And by the way, he just toddled along in there wearing a blue tank top and his pajama pants. he's basically, that's like everybody who gets arrested on cops. He just that's his uniform, just going through the. I think you'll see him again someday on TV.
Yeah,
someday,
maybe
in exactly that same outfit.
Maybe,
if you know what I mean.
Got my jammy pants on. Let's go do some crime.
Abe Froman, Sausage King of Chicago, says, I learned so much from this show, so informative. I learned about a dog named Buford today that has helped save the life of a 2-year-old kid from mountain lions and coyotes.
Yep.
You sound like AI when you do text like that, by the way.
But we appreciate it.
You just repeated everything we just said. Are you
Yeah.
sure you're not related to or maybe are Big George, who does the same thing?
Oh, busted, Big George again.
Sounds like a Big George. Also, Abe Froman trying to suggest Portillo's like Big George always does.
Busted, Big George.
Damn it, George. Are you pretending to be Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago? Why do you do this?
I think Big George has got multiple personalities.
But they all are the same.
Yeah, well,
That is a growing disorder.
they have the same characteristics.
Right.
He can't grow anymore. He's a 7-foot disorder.
Well, he's so big. I mean, he's got a lot of room to have multiple personalities.
No, that's a good point. Bounce
Yeah,
around in that
yeah.
giant
Oh,
cranium.
See what I
of his.
mean?
Ooh.
Yeah.
He can a lot of room to fit the personality.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I follow. I catch your drift.
Yeah.
Well, the Jet still wants to talk about the Suns. I kind of want to be done with that. But he says, I can't help but wonder if Durant is a cancer. Anyone who played competitive sports knows of a locker room cancer that affected the team both physically and mentally. I just don't see that. Nobody has said, no player has said, oof, Durant, like they have said, oof, Aaron Rodgers. You never hear a bad thing about Kevin Durant from players.
But you see Kevin Durant have on occasion he's got these sideline arguments.
Yeah, everybody gets into that, but nobody has come out and said Durant's just such a diva. Somebody who sits around the bench would have said, yeah, I heard what he said over there. Or a player was going to leak that to the press. He's been in the league for a long time.
Yes.
And I've never heard anybody diva him out.
Nope. Well, I mean, I'm not saying that he's a diva. What I'm saying is, I just wonder, like that. Remember that time when he tried to grab Budenholzer's arm, when Budenholzer tried to grab Durant's arm when they had that sideline tiff going on.
Yeah, but you don't touch a man.
And he just pulled away from him and just kept walking away.
He's within his rights. It's like, dude, don't touch me.
I don't know. Maybe.
Every time Radio Ron has tried to hug me, I've done the same thing.
Well, that's true.
Like, hey.
Yeah.
He doesn't take it personally.
I get it. Especially that one time when he was wearing his assless chaps.
Yeah, I don't want to hug after you've been out on the open road.
No.
You know?
Especially not. No.
Moist One says, did I miss the Abe Froman reveal? Not yet. But right now, the current status is that we are suspicious that Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago, is actually Big George.
Yeah.
I think it could be ChatGPT.
There is precedence for this. I don't know was Harris around for this? Big George, I don't know, it was a couple months ago, pretended to be a female teacher.
Oh, yeah.
And used a name of a female teacher that actually exists.
Oh, yeah.
And was like pretending to be her.
And he used her name and he said, this is what she would say if she were texting in.
But then he made the mistake and I busted him on it and he admitted it.
Okay, you know what? At first, I saw y'all's accusation. I was like, there's no way anyone could do something so stupid.
1,000% they can.
But now I've realized that I was wrong.
Abe Froman on
there
the
you go.
text line says, what are you talking about? I'm not AI. I'm not Big George. I'm my own person. I'm the only Abe Froman I know of.
Send us a picture of yourself with a newspaper with today's date.
And also, we know that's not your real
Good call,
name.
Randy.
That's a name from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. We know that you're not even
Famously,
not even really you.
a movie set in Chicago, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
If you send me a picture
right.
of Matthew Broderick from the movie back in the 80s, then I know for sure you're Big George.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hate if he's innocent. I hate to throw accusations like this, but Abe Froman, understand we've been burned before by the likes of Big George.
Absolutely. Big George, I think, played the part of 4 different Canadians.
Did you also notice Big George is not texting in today?
Yes.
I guess flipping back and forth between burner numbers.
Uh-oh.
He got busted last time.
Yep.
This time he's like, okay, I'll just pretend like I'm not there, and I'll only do this one. We are suspicious. We apologize, though, if we're incorrect.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the NBA playoffs now?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Well, we're not in it.
No, we missed it. We missed it.
But they are now figured out. The NBA playoffs are figured out. And what is today's date?
Today is the 17th of April.
Thank you. Just wanted to make sure I was correct. There are no playoff games today. In fact, there's no playoff games until Saturday. And on Saturday, you got the Nuggets and the Clippers at noon 30. And then you got the Lakers and the Timberwolves at 5:30. And even earlier, 10 a.m., you got who decides to schedule a game at 10 a.m.? Pacers and Bucks.
10 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, that is, I think, 12 Milwaukee time.
Oh, maybe this is Eastern time on my thing here.
Could be.
10 a.m. Eastern
But that
time?
would be 7 a.m. here.
Yeah. That would be Pacific. Highly confident that would be Pacific.
These are all our time.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know
okay.
that. All right. So if I'm confusing you, let me start over in order now that I realize this is all happening on the same day.
All right.
First game at 10 a.m. our time, Pacers and Bucks. Hooray. I'll wake up early. Sure. On my day off. Why not?
Dame Lillard allowed to start. Did you see that?
He got cleared of his deep vein thrombosis.
How about that?
He's off his blood thinning meds, but do we still have word if he will actually play? I wasn't aware that they had actually cleared him for playing.
They have cleared him to start working out hard and ramp up his workouts so he can play.
So we will know for sure.
Practicing
probably tomorrow. You think by tomorrow they'll have a good sense, and I bet he's just raring to go.
Yeah, he participated fully in the Bucks practice today.
So did I, but I will not be starting. So Pacers and Bucks at 10 a.m. And then at 12:30 p.m., Nuggets and Clippers.
You just can't get a break in the NBA, can you?
I know.
The Suns back in the day.
I know. Back in
now it was the Bucks.
93, I was down there I was invited for a tryout.
Yeah.
What's your player comp, Jeffrey? Who do you play like?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal.
No, I'm sorry. I just was trying to figure out who is the most spastic player we've ever seen. I don't know. Here was my deal. I was very fast, and I was great on defense. I play amazing defense.
Okay.
And I can take out the garbage underneath.
Oh, okay.
And as far as shooting, every now and then I would shoot just so they would have to guard me.
How about Chris Anderson, Birdman?
No idea.
Really?
The Birdman.
The guy with the tattoos?
I remember the Birdman.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
He had the mohawk.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
The gel. Come on. Tell me that doesn't scream Jeffrey.
No,
the Birdman.
No.
That sounds like Jeff Go to me.
It does.
I'm a bad basketball player, so
So was the Birdman.
All right, well, maybe.
But he got all the garbage.
But my best moment was when the one guy in our league who could dunk, I had shut him down, except for when he would dunk and his testicles would graze by my face when he did it.
Oh, boy.
But when I was on him, he couldn't shoot for nothing. That's why he kept driving the basket. And the best thing was I was walking over to get a drink. And he's like, good hustle, number 4. I was like, thanks, man. The guy who can dunk say good hustle.
Crying.
But no, man, I have no illusions of being a great basketball player. I don't. If I'm in practice, I can stand there at 3-point line, shoot threes all day. In a game, clunk, clunk, clunk. Every now and then, if I don't think about it, I'd shoot a jump shot and make it. So then they'd have to guard me. But man, I was just, if I had points, It was because I was getting rebounds underneath. That was it.
Have I told you guys I guarded Darius Garland?
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who that is?
Oh my God, really?
I
Darius
have.
Garden?
Darius Garland.
Garland.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Derek Garden. Okay.
He plays for the Cavaliers. He's an all-star.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Derek Garden is an all in
Derek Garden.
NBA. Okay.
Yep.
My nickname was Rocket when we played.
Rocket O'Brien.
Because I was fast.
I love that.
No, but also because my passes would come at you with great velocity. Because I would go up like I was going to shoot, and then all of a sudden I would do a no-look pass that was, if you weren't ready for it, you were getting maimed.
So you're like Jokic, but fast.
Without all that extra talent.
Right.
I was unburdened by
Nikola
it.
Jokic
Yeah.
minus the
Encumbered by
talent.
all that talent.
Oh, gosh, that's so hard
Right.
to carry around.
Right.
I was light as a feather.
People like to call you a shoot first DeAndre Jordan.
I was a pass first. I was a pass
Oh,
first.
I still like the Birdman.
I like the
that's
Birdman
perfect.
too. Yeah.
If somebody if the coach was like, you need to shoot more, you're stressing me out.
Yeah, come
Just
on.
what are you
Don't
doing?
put all that on your plate.
No.
It's unnecessary.
If I'm right there, then yeah, but don't just please don't.
Yeah.
Don't
Unnecessary
put
hassle.
that on me.
Right.
I
Agreed.
enjoyed it when I got that double technical. That was fun.
Oh,
That must have been fun.
nice.
Well, I pushed a guy back into next week because he was getting on my nerves.
You did.
He was all over my back, and we were on offense, and I was just like, get off me.
I've shoved a guy as well. I've gotten a technical.
It's like he was trying to climb over me.
Yeah.
Or like he was trying, or he wanted a piggyback ride. I'm like,
Right.
get off my back.
Jeez, I never got a technical or anything. Of course, I didn't play basketball.
Right. You played flag football.
I did play flag football.
I sent the
Did they
dude
hand out-
flying.
I was a nose tackle for the Desert Sand Scorpions, Jack.
I sent the dude flying, and then I had things to say.
Oh,
That's why the double technical.
Oh, you said some things. You were chirping. Oh, you were chirping.
My entire life.
Oh, yeah, this is true.
this is what
true.
Jeffrey does.
Hey, Yeah,
Commando Dukes
I do it too.
says, Jeffrey, sounds like you're describing Tyon Lue.
Tyronn Lue might
Could
be a
be.
good.
That could be.
Can I
comparison.
kick it? Says, wow, Jeffrey, you're just like sweaty baby hair. Oh, is that like
No.
He's not that disrespectful.
Sweaty baby hair can make a basket. I don't think Jeffrey can.
I
No.
think Jeffrey has class. He would give the ball to the ref if they kicked him out. I think you
if
would.
they aggravated me, I would take the ball with me. I'd keep walking. And in that league, that was probably the only ball.
I could see that.
They have to grab some kid's Nerf ball or something to finish.
Played in a few softball leagues like that.
Moist One
Yeah.
says Jeffrey's comp is Michael Kidd Gilchrist.
Have you seen Michael Kidd Gilchrist's jump shot? It is one of the weirdest.
Probably right.
Yeah. If you shoot like Michael Kidd Gilchrist, I'd be floored.
Slow Mo Zoe says I sound like Dennis Rodman.
Could be.
Not one tattoo and not one piercing.
He is married, just not to himself.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman is married to himself.
Oh, I see that.
Yes. For the record. Yeah.
Beer Bob says, Jeffrey, they got the 8 seed playing games tomorrow for the NBA. Wait, where? Wait, well, hold on.
Yeah, there are 2 playing games tomorrow night.
This bracket that I printed up doesn't even have that. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that was all done and over.
Yep.
Oh, the Heat and the Hawks have. Oh,
Mhm,
I thought
mhm.
the Heat and the Hawks had played and the Mavericks and the Grizzlies had played.
No, that's tomorrow.
Ooh, so you know that. When am I going to learn to stop printing stuff off of ESPN? Just
That's it.
what a waste of time
There
and
you
paper.
go. Yeah.
I got to keep going. Well, the thing is, I went over to CBS and CBS got wise me, and I try to do that reader view thing so I can grab something. They're like, no, they just shut me down.
How dare they?
Damn you, nerds.
Yeah.
Horn Ninja says normal. Okay.
What?
I don't know. You just said normal.
What?
Okay. Horn Ninja also thinks Beef Farmer probably needs to be added to a texture nickname list.
Oh, I can see that.
Beef Farmer
Beef
says.
Farmer.
Beef farmer.
I
You're
agree.
saying beef farmer, not beet farmer.
And he says,
BEF.
oops, the normal
It's
was
not a thing.
He says that was a wrong number. That was yeah, he didn't mean to send that to us. Base Slappa says when we traded our he says glory days. Well, there was no glory in that day. No, I was not a good basketball player. Number one Rattler fan says, once when I lived in LA, I was messing around. I got triple doubled on the playground. I know this for a fact because the Lakers were playing the Supersonics on TV.
What?
Did anybody understand this?
No.
Triple doubled
On the playground and watch the Lakers Sonics play on TV. None of it just makes sense. It was all it was
Did
going
he-
somewhere, and then the train just flipped.
Did he perhaps get a triple double?
I don't know.
He says he got triple doubled. So maybe his.
Here comes Moist One.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. Oh,
Beer Bob says, I see Jeffrey as a modern day Bill Lambier. Oh, I was not that mean. I wasn't that mean. Listen, we got to take a break. We'll come back. We got some more basketball stuff to talk about. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust, Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything from making the claim to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free.
Call for your fast free quote today. Call 800-289-6215. That's 800-289-6215. 800-289-6215.
Hi, guys. Jeffrey O'Brien here. Have you ever gone to HarmonSolar.com? Well, you really need to, because everything you ever wanted to know about how solar power can save you big on your monthly electric bill is right there. It's online. Through your phone or through your computer, you can learn about tax credits, the equipment they use, look at how they do things for businesses as well as homeowners, see testimonials from happy customers, and I hear they got a pretty good podcast too. Check it out. Go to HarmonSolar.com. That's HarmonSolar.com.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. As most of you might know, I'm a big fan of loyalty and longevity. I love companies based right here in Arizona that have been around doing some great things for a long, long time. And oh boy, has the Lund Mortgage Team done just that. In the mortgage game, they're one of the best. In fact, I think they are the best. And I've been telling people about the Lund Mortgage Team for decades now, and I'll continue to do that as long as they continue to take care of all our listeners, and they do that every single day. So you could be next. Call today, 623-875-9940. Look, the Lund Mortgage Team, they're mortgage brokers. That gives them the unique opportunity to shop your rate around. They've also been in business so long, they realize fees are not the most important thing. They keep those nice and low. Call today, 623-875-9940, whether it's a HELOC, whether it's a new home loan, refinance, you name it. They've got you covered. LundMortgage.com or call 623-875-9940.
The most important event in sports could happen at any time. Like right now. Or right now. Or even now. Don't miss history. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or at 1580thefanatic.com.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Taco Kenny wants me to say a certain thing about the Lakers. He says, Estodo no mas. But I'm not saying what he wants me to say about the Lakers. You know better than that, Taco Kenny.
Why would we do that, Taco Kenny? We love you and everything, but why?
We'd more likely say burn in hell Lakers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
As we did with our hit song. And then our hit song was covered by Fish Tank.
Oh, yeah.
And then various versions after.
Absolutely. And then we need to load that on the button bar. So,
I think it's on there somewhere. If you see Burn in Hell Lakers, you can fire that off there. What's his name? Harris, if you want to.
Triple H.
Yes, Triple H.
I'm a little
Triple
tired,
H,
so I
that
keep
is.
forgetting his name. I'm not ever going to call you Triple H. So then when I
What do
look
you
at the
say?
screen to try to remember your name, it says Triple H, not Harris.
He will write a note in big black letters, and it'll say Harris, and he will never say Triple H ever.
You say that. One day it'll slip out on accident.
I
And I'll be
actually-
there to let him know.
I call you Harrah's. Like
Harrah's?
like yeah,
Like the
like
casino?
Yeah, the casino.
Like HAR.
But I say it fast, it just sounds like Harris.
Harris.
Harris,
Harris,
not hurrahs.
Harris.
Like you mean when you say Michael Penis Jr. instead
Yeah.
of Michael Penix?
I always say it correct. I don't know.
No,
I
you
just say
say-
it fast. Michael Penix Jr.
See, you said penis
I
again.
did not.
You did
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. And you're a fast talker.
You hairy
That
little
makes sense.
bastard. What?
See?
What?
See?
I called him Harris.
No, you
What?
said hairy little bastard.
Did I?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's clear
We'll have to go
as a
back.
bell.
People
We'll
have
to go back
called
and
me
listen
that.
to the tape.
Roll
People
the
have called
tape
me
back.
that, though. Like I've been called that. So, it's not a first.
That's why I hate the digital age. You can't roll the tape back.
Isn't that right, Randy?
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Number one Rattlers fan says today was a good day. Song by Ice Cube.
Oh, good song.
What about it? Sir Drives a Lot says Friday.
That's tomorrow.
Then Gotham Sauce says that was an Ice Cube verse. Which one was an Ice Cube verse?
Today was a good day.
Today was a good day. Yeah.
No, which text? What did I miss?
Not that I.
We're missing
I don't know.
something.
I haven't seen that movie. I've never seen the movie. I've only seen bits of the movie. I've never sat down and watched it. Phew.
I see.
Mr. Wilbur wants to know if Harris was related to Happy Hairston.
No.
The former Lakers guy, Happy Hairston? Yes. In the 50s or 60s? 70s. Yeah. No. I'm
Well,
not
his
related to him.
his last name is Hicks. So
Yeah, that is not
he
no.
means he's related to every redneck in the South.
Oh,
is
I
correct.
did not know that. Okay.
We're all last names.
Wow.
Hicks. Every single one of us.
Gotham Sauce says the Lakers beat the Supersonics, messed around, got a triple double. That one.
Oh, yes. Lakers beat the Super Son. Yeah. Bars.
That's
So-
a line in a song.
So then,
It is. Today was a good day.
I think I've heard that song in passing.
It's
so
a good song.
he's throwing some homage out for the Lakers.
Yes, he is.
I see.
He is. He's trying to make us pro Laker. It's propaganda.
You
That's
know,
what he's doing.
it's not happening.
A lot of those rapper types. I know this because I'm in the scene, as it
You're-
were.
you're a
How are
rapper.
you in the scene?
I look. I'm up on all the lingo.
Yeah, he's a rapper.
Should we? Do we forget Ridic? I mean, come on. Don't be ridiculous.
Try to on a
But
daily
the bottom
basis.
line
I
is
try to.
I'm in the scene. I know
Yeah.
what's going. I know what's
Oh,
happening.
he is the scene.
When rappers do songs, sometimes they say hurtful things about other rappers in their songs.
And that's not very nice.
And
Yeah.
see, I know
Yeah.
this because I'm in the scene.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He is the scene.
And then Ice T comes out. and-
Ice Cube.
But that's exactly what I said. Ice T comes out
Sure.
and he does a song and he's talking about the Lakers. He's throwing homage out to the
Right.
Lakers.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's right.
That's because I'm in the scene. I know this.
Yeah,
Right.
Sir Drives a Lot says today was a good day on the Friday soundtrack. No, I figured that out. I just have no point of reference.
We already knew that. That was the Ice T song I was talking about.
Mr. Wilbur says, so that means Harris takes a Playmate igloo cooler into church.
What?
What?
You mean
I
for
have-
you mean
Why
like
wouldn't you?
I mean like a sixer?
Yeah,
Well,
just a little cooler. Just take it with you.
while
Put it-
the organist is playing some of those
sure.
some of those old favorite himmies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm just sitting there chilling in my igloo.
You-
Right.
You're just popping the cap on a new one.
The nice thing
Oh,
about that is
yeah.
it's got your beverages, but you can
See?
also put it down on the floor and put your feet up on it.
See, that's another thing too. Popping a cap. They're talking about drinking beer right there.
Hmm.
See, I know that because I'm in the scene.
Randy, not trying to be that guy, but that's pretty ridiculous.
It is.
No,
it is
no,
ridiculous.
no, we're not doing that. Regal Beagle says, poor Horace was all set up to tell his Darius Garland story, and you guys showed no interest. Who knows? It might have been interesting.
Well, he did
We-
tell
we-
his story.
Yeah, that was it. That's how
Well,
interesting
I
it
told
was.
it briefly, and I
He
was.
said he guarded this guy, Derek
Okay.
Garden.
Let me guess, he just went all over you, didn't he? Just
Well, I was in
scored at will.
I was in 8th grade. He was in 10th grade, and it was summer ball, and they were up by 70 points, and I got a chance to check in the game, and he got the ball and he passed it. He wasn't trying, and so I tell people I shut down Darius Garland. He had 0 points on me.
Well, there you go.
I shut down Darius Garland. That's right.
Wow.
Yep.
I mean,
Regal
yeah.
Beagle says, yeah, my bad. That wasn't interesting.
You know what? I'm fine. Fine. Fine.
See, I was trying to save you from yourself, but all right.
I'll take the social cues. I'll just shut up.
Just trying to save you from yourself.
I'll do what
Come
I
on.
do best.
Come right back around, and there you go. Now you know why.
Come on, Regal Beagle. Don't be ridiculous.
Yeah. Come
Okay,
on.
please stop. I'm begging you.
Come on.
Let's see here. The only other NBA thing I had was that when the Kings were ousted in the play-in, they fired their GM.
They sure did.
Monty McNair. He go bye-bye.
Yep. Yep.
I love when it says the decision was made after the two sides reached a mutual agreement. Here was the mutual agreement. You're fired. I know. And that was as much of a mutual agreement as there's going to be.
But didn't they already fill that position?
And now it's unfilled.
It is unfilled?
Yeah. 3 weeks 3 weeks before GM Wes Wilcox left, become the general manager of University of Utah men's basketball team. So then this McNair guy, he's like, oh, I'll do it. And they're like, yeah, that sounds good. And then afterwards, they're like, no, you suck at this. And so they just.
The fact that the Kings GM left to become the general manager of the Utah men's basketball team, that is crazy.
Huh.
Wow. That's wild.
Sir Drives a Lot wants you to know that he's with the Regal Beagle.
It's not very nice.
According to CBSSports.com, the Kings reportedly are going to hire longtime NBA executive. It doesn't say. It says after firing McNair, but they're gonna hire a longtime Scott Perry. Scott Perry. Yeah.
Sorry.
Scott Perry. He was with the Knicks.
I thought he was with Journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scott Perry, wasn't he with Journey?
I think you're right, Randy.
Yeah.
I think you might be onto something.
Should have been gone. So
I dare you to try Wheel in the Sky.
No.
I triple dog dare you.
Ooh, not doing it. So all over your TV, you're going to see Lee Corso's face. And the reason is that he's going to do one more show, like one more College Game Day, and then he's leaving. Huh. He has decided he's turning 90 this summer. And he said the last show that he will do is on August 30th. And he'll just come in there for a send-off. And that's the end of that. So,
well, good for him.
Poor Herb Street. First, he loses his dog. Now he's losing his best friend.
Now he's got a new dog.
Yeah, but he has no new best friend. Who could take the place of Lee Corso?
You know what?
Nobody.
You know what was surprising is how quickly Herbie got a new dog when he lost his dog.
Well, he had the dog.
Well, and then he passed away, and then he got a new one within like days.
No,
he had it.
He had it because he was anticipating his other dog's passing, and so he's been training.
It's not right to do with women, but you can do that with dogs. Overlap.
That's what we did with my dog Cecil, he's now 9 years old.
He's still got a lot of good years left.
Oh yeah, hey, listen, he's still good, but we got Blue, which is it hasn't learned anything from.
Have
Cecil.
you sang that to him yet? When you're blue, you ever? No. Oh, I will when I see him.
Currently have 7 dogs over at the farm in Tennessee.
You have 7 dogs.
7 dogs.
Wow. Of course, the next sentence out of his mouth, they're delicious.
No, he's in Tennessee, not Taiwan.
Come on.
Nom 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 nom. Donnie, I don't even know what you're talking about. And
do we ever?
Hold on, I got to get a thing so we can talk about this. We probably should talk about this.
All right.
Where did he put my thing? I don't know. I think I might have thrown it away.
Maybe.
Donnie says, Harry, give us your prediction for Sunday night's big main event. First off, get over yourself. Okay. He wants to know about Lakers Timberwolves.
Oh, okay.
What is your prediction for Lakers Timberwolves, which is happening? Is it Sunday? I thought it was on Saturday.
It is on Saturday night on ABC.
Oh, Donnie, you're a moron. It's on Saturday, not Sunday.
Yes, Saturday, 5:30.
All right, so go ahead if you want to. I mean, we can talk about all of them, but let's start with this so Donnie is quicker about leaving us alone.
Yeah, the Timberwolves have been hot lately. I mean, they've won 8 of their last 10, but you know what? With the way the Lakers have been playing as a whole since the All-Star break, especially since they've gotten Luka, I'm going to take the Lakers in 6 games.
He's already said this, Donnie. If you pay attention, the last time we asked Harris about this, he said a very similar thing. You get the earwax out of your ears. Get a little candle and light it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You stick it in your ear. I don't care. Stick it in your butt. I
That
don't
would-
just
that
light the
would
damn
hurt,
thing.
wouldn't it?
Free country.
Yeah. But no, he's already said that the Lakers are going to beat the Timberwolves.
I have.
Now, listen, as much as Donnie's annoying, I would love to see them beat the Lakers, the Timberwolves.
Me as well.
More because my distaste for the Lakers.
Right.
But Donnie's insufferable either way, so it doesn't matter, you know? Ralph's insufferable either way, so that doesn't matter.
Well,
right.
It really doesn't matter. So, all right, hour 2 is up next. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out?
It's Spruce, the new hardworking, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust, Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything from making the claim to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value, free.
Call for your fast free quote today. Call 800-289-6215. That's 800-289-6215. 800-289-6215.
Everybody's got a podcast these days. Comedy, politics, true crime, you name it. But how many actually teach you anything useful? Harmon Solar has an entertaining podcast that is vital if you've been thinking about looking into solar, but you don't know where to start. Ralph and Ben explore the intricacies of utilities, equipment, processes, and more. Their primary objective is to educate and empower you to make informed decisions on your solar journey. So increase your knowledge, not your bills. Go check it out right now. It's the Harmon Solar Podcast at harmonsolar.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
For what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Harris Hicks in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. No, Abe. No. Just no. I'm not even going to read your text. I'll give you the first 2 words in his text. You ready?
Let's hear it.
WrestleMania 41. What? We're not talking about fake wrestling.
I'm not going to even entertain the rest of your text. We're not going to talk about who anyone thinks is going to win or lose a fake match. Fake wrestling will not be discussed on this show. Whether I'm here or not, that's the thing. If I'm not here, you're not talking wrestling, right?
No.
Zero wrestling.
No, we don't talk wrestling, and we don't play country and Western music.
Even if I'm not here.
Even if you're not here.
Remember that, Harris. Because you will be busted. People will tell you.
We don't talk soccer.
I will fire the hell out of you.
We don't talk badminton. We don't talk European cricket.
Okay, first off, you will talk badminton, European cricket, like years before you'd ever talk wrestling.
Well, yes,
and because you never will talk wrestling.
We sometimes talk about what's that thing with the big stick, that stone, and you have the guy with the broom out there. We talk
curling.
We talk that sometimes.
Well, curling's not a sport, but it's a drinking experience. You can drink while you do it. It shouldn't be an Olympic sport if you can drink while doing it.
We pop caps and talk curling.
I have a friend that bet on badminton as well as Kazakhstan volleyball.
He needs to stop betting.
Yeah, someone actually went
Kazakhstan volleyball.
Kazakhstan volleyball.
Take his phone.
Someone confiscated his PlayStation 4, his bookie. He went and confiscated it.
Somebody should have talked him down way before that happened. But
Yep. So talk about dedication.
Jeffrey. Did you know that Luka Doncic is got the top selling NBA jersey for $24.25? Doncic.
Not surprising.
Well, probably because he left and showed up somewhere else. So they were already probably buying his jerseys in one place. Then they ended up buying his jersey in the next place. And, so maybe that's probably why. I think that your MVP this year, have they announced that yet?
Have not.
No.
I think that's going to be Jokic.
I think it should be Jokic.
I think it's, you think it should be, but who do you think it's going to be?
He's got the number 10 highest selling.
I don't care about jerseys. This is about who is the most valuable player in the NBA this year.
I think it's very interesting.
Man, I mean, in terms of who's going to win it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been the odds-on favorite. The Thunder, I think, are 68-14. He's had an exceptional season. I think he will win it. Because of voter fatigue? Do I think he should win it? No, I think it should be Jokic.
See, he agrees with me.
Great minds think alike.
Most of the time, he tells me he disagrees with me.
I got to tell you, Jokic is a great player, but I think SGA has done what he needs to do to win the NBA MVP.
You're breaking my heart.
What?
Yeah, you're breaking my heart.
How am I breaking your heart?
Don't go breaking my heart.
I think you're wrong.
SGA has played out of this world this year.
He has.
He deserves it. He deserves to have the MVP this year.
So let's focus on the term most valuable player.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
Yep. Grab your popcorn, folks.
All right.
When Nikola Jokic is on the floor, Nuggets have an average scoring margin of plus 10.5. That would be first in the league.
Is he talking analytics again?
Yeah, it's numbers and math and
when
stuff.
He's off the floor, get ready for it.
Okay.
It goes down to -9, last in the league.
Yeah, but when SGA is on the floor, he has a plus 15. And when he's off the floor, he
don't
has
forget the LBJ that they have.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
the LBJ.
Those numbers are quite elevated.
-12.
Yeah, no.
And the FDR. Don't forget the FDR.
No, that's a huge
makes your case completely, Randy.
FDR is a -6.
The DNR.
Yeah.
That's another story for Harris.
Well, yeah.
No, I think you guys just logic bomb me. Oh, I don't know what to say.
Get used to it.
It hurts.
Watch this. Abe Froman says, hello, gentlemen.
Gee, who else?
Happy Thirsty Thursday.
Who else
Sorry
does
if
this?
you talked about this yesterday, but how about the Diamondbacks sweeping the Marlins? The Diamondbacks are currently 4th place in the NL West, but if they were any other division in baseball, they'd be in first. This is going to be a dogfight all season. Oh, Abe Froman. Thank you for that text.
He still sounds a little bit robotic. Just a little bit.
Does he?
I think he does.
So what I just did there was I read Big George's text.
Oh, no way.
See there?
Oh,
man,
wow.
that was smart, Jeffrey. You had us.
Wow.
Moist One says, I hope it's an Oklahoma State game so Corso can put the Cowboys gear and go quick draw on Pat McAfee. Oh, okay.
Jeff, go.
Yes.
The Los Angeles Dodgers are currently in second place, game and a half out of second place.
Did that just happen?
That's the current standings.
That just happened today because when I checked the standings earlier, that's not what it said.
Game and a half out. They're 14-6. Where the San Diego Padres.
Oh, there it is. You're right.
Are 15-4, and the San Francisco Giants are 13-6. They're 2 games out, and the Diamondbacks are 12-7, 1 game behind the Giants, and 1.5 games behind the Dodgers.
And then there's the Colorado Rockies.
Let's not mention that. That seems rude to bring up. They've only got 3 wins.
3-15.
3 whole wins.
Worst team in Major League Baseball at this moment.
Yep.
The Atlanta Braves will give them a little bit of competition, but outside of that, nobody is even close to that bad.
Why are the Braves 5-13?
Because
they've only won 5 games.
Yeah.
They've lost 13. Come on, don't be a child, Harris.
They've had a bad start. Strider just came back yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
And that's going to make things better. They've got a lot of injuries.
Acuna as well.
Acuna Jr. has been he's not ready to go.
Yeah.
He was injured during spring training.
Yeah, they lost Fried too. Schwellenbach's been good, but outside of him, it's been like
they're in the cellar right now, 5-13. They're just ahead of Colorado for the worst record in baseball.
That's crazy. Would have never expected
but
that.
I expect Atlanta to pull to go up very quickly.
Me as well.
Once they start to get some of these key players back.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear something really cool? I clicked a tab.
Let's hear it.
The Arizona Diamondbacks are the 4th best team in baseball right now. All of baseball. They are in 4th place in the overall standings behind.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
The Giants, Dodgers, and Padres.
All in their own division.
Yeah.
Yep. Texas
Good grief.
Rangers are bringing up the rear there behind the Diamondbacks. Then the Yankees are down there. I love that. I mean, it's all pretty close. I mean, a couple of days later,
close.
this ain't going to look this way, maybe.
No.
But
Yeah.
right now, as it is, there is another team as bad as the Braves and the Rockies. It's the Chicago White Sox, but we're used to that.
Oh, they'll be down there for years and years and years.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, it's so early. Any one of these teams, like the Twins or the Braves or the Nationals or the Pirates, they could have a burst and suddenly, we're in the toilet. But it's just fun to see. It's just fun. Just enjoying the moment. That's what we do. We just enjoy the moment.
That's right.
Take it as it happens. Hamilton Porter says, can we agree? Well, generally, no.
I don't know.
That while it's sad Corso is retiring, it is also about 10 years too late.
I wouldn't say 10 years. Well, Corso's an icon. But towards those last, I've noticed 4 years. It's been like
It's been bad. It's like watching
has-
Dick Clark on Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
Oof.
some of those
Oof.
guys on ESPN too, like Dick Vitale and Lee Corso. It's like, oh man, like iconic people, but it might be time.
So that's the tough part, though, because what I have noticed in my time going around the sun is when people retire, they die. So generally, I mean, Vin Scully, he was doing great, and he's like, I'm going to retire, and it was gone. Like in a year,
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to try Twitter. Hey, hi everybody, dead. So
Yeah,
Corso ain't got long to live after he retires.
Well, he's 89.
He's about 90 when he retires. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, people should just keep working as long as it's relevant. Well, here's the other part of that. Somebody should say, hey, you're welcome to keep working, but just please don't make us watch it. He's making the rest of us uncomfortable.
I haven't seen Dick Vitale since he came back a second time.
Dick Vitale, though, I mean,
Is
listen,
he
if you
okay?
can still perform at a high level, and I think he was, when he was on doing the basketball there, he was still Dick Vitale.
he called Clemson and Duke, and it was, you could just tell his voice was
A little shaky and a little weak.
shaky. Yeah. Which I
Well-
mean, dude, I respect him for going back out there and
Yeah.
doing it. That's
Yeah.
awesome. You could just kind of tell, It's like, oh man.
Well, I mean, like I said, you can stay busy, without like the Dick Clark thing. Always just that broke my heart because Dick Clark was the best.
He was an icon.
He was a gold standard in like radio and then TV and then just everything he did. And then when he had the stroke, the thing that killed me is the stroke didn't make him dumb, but the stroke made him really hard to listen to. And here's the thing: he goes on the New Year's Eve show, and he's like, and you're like, oh my God, Dick, you're an icon of TV. As a producer, you should have known that's not really helping. I mean, everybody's like, oh, you're so brave. That's great. Okay, to a point. Then after a while, and you keep trying to, they're like, you should have the sense that you are creating bad television right now.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe just coming out there and saying shit, waving and let Seacrest do the talking. If you're a TV producer, you still had every TV IQ point in your head. So I just never understood why he kept going on that microphone that night. So you don't like to see that happen.
No.
But at a certain point, you've got to kind of pull away from the big spotlight, find some other things to keep yourself busy.
Yeah.
Keep working, keep going, keep doing. Don't stop moving. You stop moving, that's when you die.
Yep.
But somebody's got to be professional enough to say, okay, it's time for you to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who's going to be the one to stand up to Dick Clark?
Oh, I would have done
Who's going to be the one to stand up to Lee Corso?
I'd have done it. I don't even care.
I let them have their time, but at the same time, I don't know what I would do, man. That's
Herb Street is like his son.
Yeah, he takes care of him.
You would imagine Herb Street would have said, Coach, look, I don't know how to say this.
Corso would be like, you want me to take out another dog? Is that how you want this to go? Maybe keep that to yourself, Herpy Street.
Think about this, though. How many athletes and people on TV have actually nailed their exit? Most of the time, guys tend to stick around a little bit too late or it goes too early. How many athletes or TV personalities have been like, this is the perfect time for them to go, and they did it?
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning's one. Bill Russell's probably two. Outside of those two, there really isn't many that I can think of.
I won a Super Bowl.
Well, didn't John Elway do that?
Elway did. That's three.
He walked off correctly.
He did, 98. Yeah, that's three.
Tom Brady, he didn't hang around. You felt like you could have.
He should.
No, you felt like he maybe could give it another go a year. So he stepped out before it was sad. But he did go down to Tampa, won that Super Bowl. And
that's where he should have walked off.
Yeah, but I don't blame him. I don't.
No, I don't blame him.
The next year wasn't like painful,
but
it was just like then he was like, no, okay, I think we better stop here. So he picked a good moment. Yeah, and Kurt Warner too. Swave Dave's right. He says, I thought Kurt Warner exit. His exit was timely.
Yeah, he did leave. I think with the Cardinals were like 10-6 with him. So
it's not even about the record on that. It was just about where he was as a player. He was still
solid. Yeah,
a guy. Here's the thing. You know how this is how you do it. And you're right, George. Jerry Seinfeld, same thing. You go out when people still think you have more, and when people still want more.
Yeah.
If you go out after people are like, oh God, then you've waited too long.
Yes.
But guess what? Peyton Manning walks off at the exact right time, right?
Absolutely.
Then what did he do? He started doing TV stuff. Kurt Warner walks off at the right time. What did he do? Starts doing TV and radio stuff. In fact, he does play-by-play on our Monday Night Football here on 1580 The Fanatic with Kevin Harlan. So, it's a good place. You got to find your place, but don't stop working. Keep moving. Keep doing something.
Well, the coach is tired. He can't even travel to the sites anymore. I mean,
who quit at a time where I thought he could have kept going some? Jimmy Johnson on the TV show. All he had to do is show up on Sundays and talk about football. But he even got to the point where he was like, yeah, it's getting there. And he's in better speaking shape than Terry Bradshaw.
Well, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
So he decided at the right time.
I think Jimmy Johnson walked off at the exact right time.
Yeah. But again, I hope Jimmy Johnson keeps busy.
He probably is. I'm sure.
Because
Maybe he walked a little too
as
early.
Red said, get busy living or get busy dying.
Mm.
What movie is that from?
I actually don't know. I'm not sure.
Gee, Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, okay.
Was it the guy who hung himself that said that, or was that Morgan Freeman?
I don't know.
Which one said that? Might have been the guy who hung himself.
Sounds like something Morgan Freeman would say.
I go either way. Ray Lewis says Hamilton Porter. He helped somebody leave early.
He did.
What
Yes.
was-
Yeah.
I don't know about how you feel about when he left. Big George says Jerry Seinfeld went on top, walked away from his own show, and it was still number one. Cardinal Art says the best walk-off away in sports history to me is Fitz. Yeah, Fitzgerald kind of broke our heart a little bit because we selfishly wanted to see the goodbye tour for Larry Fitzgerald.
He didn't want that.
But Larry Fitzgerald is like, he didn't say, hey, I'm retiring. He didn't say anything. He just went off and just decided to go traveling. And we never heard from him again. And then he started popping up on TV again. You're like, ooh, there's Larry. And he's like, nope, just doing my announcer thing here. I'm just doing my pundit thing.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, I'm on a podcast with Tom Brady. Are you gonna play? Hey, I gotta go. He just did what he wanted. So yeah, it was a little sad for us, but yeah, okay.
But see, that's
he
the
left
way,
at the right time.
That's the way Larry Fitzgerald is. He doesn't want any pomp and circumstance.
Sure.
Yeah. What about Kobe?
Kobe?
Yeah. You think he nailed his exit?
He sure nailed that mountain with his. What are you talking about? You mean his retirement?
Gosh, you misread that.
Oh,
boy, did you misread that.
Oh, that was really cold of you, Harris.
Fire up the Laker fans. Here they come.
That was just horrible.
Wow.
Hamilton Porter says, I know we hate to admit it, but Jeter.
Oh, Jeter, I think, went out.
yeah.
Yeah, he went out at
That's
the
a
right
good one.
time.
That's a good one.
Swave Dave, you're right. Barry Sanders had more in the tank, but the Ford family wouldn't not have him to leave to another team.
Some people you could say retired too early. And Barry, I feel like you could say retired a little bit too early from a career standpoint.
Jim Brown retired
You know
too
what?
early.
Number one Rattlers fan just said the same thing. Retired a champion and the best at his position after 9 years.
Barry Sanders? Yeah.
Yep. Jim Brown.
Oh, Jim Brown. That's right. Barry Sanders
Yeah,
did not win a Super Bowl.
He walked away and he was in great shape.
Oh, look at this. Here's another one that's hanging in there, but still at a high level. 105 years old, Sister Jean. You know, that hot piece of ass.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
She's still working with the Loyal Ramblers men's basketball team there. Yeah.
Huge. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy.
By the way, I got a hall pass. My wife says if I ever find myself alone with Sister Jean in an elevator, whatever happens is okay with her.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Betty White used to be my hall pass.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, she retired. Oh yeah, you're right. Hefty Lefty, Rick Moranis walked away from Hollywood. Well, because his wife died, and he had to take care of his kids. And he just focused on that. So it wasn't just he didn't want to do it anymore. There was circumstances on that, Hefty Lefty. Bruno Baller says Brent Musburger. He's 85.
He's still doing it though, and it's too bad.
Not sure what he looks like right now, but I hear him on the radio. He sounds good. Sometimes. Moist One says,
accurate.
How dare you make fun of my rapist hero? Oh, he's talking about Kobe Bryant. I can't even read the rest of his text.
I would say from a career standpoint, like Kobe's exit was awesome, but you could see he was like shooting 35% from the field. He was chucking them. I wouldn't say he nailed his exit from a career perspective. Like Elway.
He nailed some girl's exit in a Hollywood, a Colorado hotel room.
Excuse me?
Here we go.
What?
Wow.
Here we
What? Hamilton Porter says, I think Bill Murray needs to go.
Bill Murray?
Why Bill Murray? Isn't he still doing it?
Yeah. It turns out he's kind of, he's kind of I don't know. He's weird. He's rubbed some girls the wrong way, and there's been some Me Too stuff on that. And then he comes out and explains it, and he's a throwback. He's from a different era.
I haven't heard any of those.
Yeah. Generally, you just hear the fun stories, but there's a couple of incidences with him. Like he even shut down a movie once.
Yeah.
Because of doing the wrong things. And I don't know the full story, to be honest, so I'm not going to comment on that.
Right.
Let's see. We're late for a break, but Swazman says, Jeffrey, I'm doing the reverse retirement thing, not because I want to work, but because I goofed off my whole young adult life, and now I got to work with animals till my last day. Yeah, man. Certain things happen to a 401k, and then we could all find ourselves doing that. Hefty Lefty says Megatron and Barry Sanders just got fed up and retired basically as top 5 players in their position. Thanks a lot, Ford family.
Both too early, in my opinion.
Swave Dave says, I don't recall, did Paul Harvey die or did he just pass away? Did he retire? What, is he still working? Boy, I don't even remember.
Page 2?
I thought his son stepped in and started doing it for him.
I don't know.
He got sold that he had to have someone else do it.
Page 2?
Slow-Mo Zoe says, John Madden.
Ooh, I think that's actually a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did nail, because, I mean, John Madden, from a broadcast perspective, when he would use the board and paint all the yellow and point, that was awesome. He nailed his exit. Yeah, that's a good one.
I bet he could have gone on a little longer, but
sure he could. Yeah.
He probably could. I caught the tail end of John Madden.
He probably knew, it was like, it's time to go.
That must have been traumatic, Harris.
Yeah.
What do you mean traumatic?
When you caught his tail end? That must have been very traumatic for you.
Oh, I did not mean it like that. But actually, you know what? Now since we think about it, it was a little bit.
Moist One says Bill Cosby.
No.
He went to prison.
That is not nailing your exit.
Yeah, he
whatsoever.
didn't nail his exit. No.
The prosecutors helped him retire.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, I'm going to make Harris happy by talking some NCAA football rules and stuff. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. T&Cs apply.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-791-1313. That's 800-791-1313.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Well, you set the dial on your radio and...
Summer is almost here. It's going to get busy. First, the Diamondback season is underway. With a strong lineup and great starting pitching, it's going to be fun to watch. The NFL draft is just a few weeks away. Then, it's on to mini camps. When it comes to Arizona sports, we are your home for all the news, info, and talk. We're 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic as we are heading for 6 o'clock tonight. 888-368-1580 is the text line, and you can be a part of the show. That's what makes the Daily Blender such a worldwide sensation. Can I say it that way?
That commercial break was too small, and I'm taking another minute off.
Jeffrey is taking a break.
I don't know why that commercial break was so damn short. I just barely got to sit down, so I refuse to go back on the air for another minute.
All right. And there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jeffrey O'Brien, he will be back in just a moment
He's
or two.
officially
Oh, no,
taking a
honey, I'll
break.
be on my break.
He's on his break right now.
He's enjoying the scene.
Yeah.
He is
He's got a bag of M&Ms next to him.
He's watching the TV.
He is watching the TV.
Yep, he's looking at the sky. He's just watching the TV. He's enjoying it. He's relaxing.
He's enjoying life as we know it.
Yes, he is. He is. He's got a very serious, distinguished look on his face.
Oh, my God. He's very
He's probably
distinguished.
thinking, a very distinguished gentleman.
So,
Got a lot going through his head.
I don't know if Jeffrey's got this, but Aaron Rodgers once again found a microphone.
Oh, he found one.
He found a microphone, and he had some comments on the Pat McAfee show.
Oh.
He was very upfront about his current NFL standing and his future while joining the show on Thursday. That was earlier today. It included confirmation of discussions with several teams, including the Steelers. He did not let on that he was going to join the Steelers. He just said, okay. I've talked to teams. I have talked to other teams, and the Steelers were one of them.
Yes.
And then it came back to the Jets and what happened with the Jets, and he accuses Jets coach Aaron Glenn of going rogue in a unusually testy exchange during their initial and final meeting before free agency.
You mean when he shows up and says he flew over to see them, and then that coach was like, "Get a play or what?" And he's like, "No, F off." I think that's how it went.
And the coach stepped out of the room when Aaron got there. So Aaron, come on in here. There will be meeting in here. And you know what? Stand by just a minute. And he ran off. And the next thing, according to Aaron Rodgers, the next thing that happened is Aaron Glenn came in with the GM.
Did he really?
And he sits down in the office, and he's looking forward to a long conversation. But about 20 seconds in, he goes, "I'm talking to the GM about something," and he leans to the edge of his seat and goes, "Are you sure you want to play football?" And Aaron says, "Yeah." I go, "Yeah, I'm interested." And he says, Aaron Glenn goes, we're going in a different direction at quarterback.
Wow. Remember, this is just Aaron Rodgers' side of the story.
Yeah,
doesn't mean it's actually accurate.
This is what Aaron Rodgers said on the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah. Yeah, I trust it. I trust that could be easily what happened. That's wild. I think in this saga, what I've thought is Aaron Rodgers could really want to be a Minnesota Viking, and the Vikings might not want any part of it. Because there's been some.
I don't think a lot of people want any part of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I don't think
There's been some reports and rumors out that he has tried to sell himself to the Minnesota Vikings while all this has happened. And now those may not be true. There's a chance they may not be true. But looking at the Vikings situation, guys like Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson and good running backs and a great offensive line, as opposed to what the Steelers have, why wouldn't you want to play for the Vikings? So I think the Steelers right now might really want him and would take him. But the Vikings are not sure, and they might be his first option. That's my guess.
Is he trying to make everybody else look like the problem? He says he'd even play for $10 million. That's what he said. He'd play for $10 million.
Wow. I would play for $10 million too, guys.
Well, I mean, this is Aaron Rodgers. This is a guy.
It's true.
This is a guy that could command $30 million a year because he's Aaron Rodgers.
I was going to see if y'all would take the bait and say, okay, Harris, you would, and then give me $10 million.
No, Harris, we already know your games.
Yeah. Yeah. Dang it. You do. You blew my cover.
There's no way they're going to pay you as much as they pay me.
Which is $10 million.
Firefighter says, I cannot overstate again my intense disdain for the Steelers going after Aaron Rodgers. If the Steelers sign Aaron Rodgers, I might have to take a header off the Andy Warhol bridge.
Well, don't do that.
Yeah, it seems like you're hurting the wrong people when you do that.
Yeah, don't do that, man.
Yeah.
I just find it interesting that Aaron says he was shocked. He says, I flew across country on my own dime in my own aircraft to meet with you guys. And we're like 15 minutes into this meeting, and you guys have released me. And now you're asking me how you want it released.
When I've driven across town for a job interview, I've used my own gas. It's like, who cares, Aaron?
I usually like to take my own aircraft as well.
They're asking him how he wants it. Look, if I'm the Jets, I just release it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Aaron Rodgers probably brought this on himself. Yeah. And I think we've talked about this before where he's an a-hole. Yeah. And so they're like, hey, you want to send him a text? You want to send him a fax? You want to send him an email? You want to give him a phone call? You want to do a Zoom? They're like, no, make the idiot fly here. Then we're going to fire him when he gets here. And they're probably giggling like, yeah, he's going to spend how much money does the gas in the tank of his plane cost? and he's going to have to come all the way here. Then we're going to tell him, "Hey, you're fired." And then he's like, "Oh," and then he's got to fly all the way back. Yeah, that's intentional. That is intentional, or else you just be like, "Hey, Aaron, let's have a Zoom call. Hey, we've decided to go a different direction. Save the guy the trip."
Wow.
If they've already decided. Doesn't it feel like maybe he had aggravated everybody with the Jets organization, and they're like, "How can we get back at him for this?" Because now we still got to pay him.
I just think the whole thing was weird.
No, I think I'm right.
This
I
is
think they
very
did
weird.
this on purpose.
Well, if you were going to have the GM in the meeting, why did you wait for Aaron to get here and sit down in the room and then not
To
say anything?
inconvenience him, like he's just to be that way, because he's been a
Wow.
jerk.
I don't know.
Aaron Rodgers has been a jerk all that time, so they're like, "Hey, let's jerk him back."
Wow.
That is wow.
I
that they could've
appreciate
just-
that level of pettiness. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It is petty.
Well, when you fire me, just make sure you have the GM in the room with you.
I'm gonna make sure that not like, "Hey, Randy, we're gonna have some lunch." "Oh yeah, we're gonna meet by the station." "No, I need you to come out to Queen Creek." And then I'm gonna say, "Hey, we decided to go another way," and I'm gonna walk out and leave you with the check.
When you fire me, make sure you fire me right next to my aircraft, so I'm able to get back in it and take it home.
I not only that, I would make everybody just drive across town. That's it.
You dog.
Sir Drives a Lot says, "Get a helmet. Aaron Rodgers will be a Steeler." I don't know if he is a Steeler, he's going to need a different helmet, because the model of helmet, that bulbous, weird looking helmet he wears, he looks like the great Kazoo out there.
Yeah.
He wears the Shutt Air XP Pro Q11 Limited. Well, that has been banned by the NFL.
No kidding.
So now he's going to have to pick out a new kind of helmet.
Why has that been banned?
I'm not sure. I think maybe because it doesn't have the safety features that some of the new helmets have to help protect against, having the concussions there. So he'll have to do something.
I was watching a super bike race last night.
Was it super?
I was watching a super bike race last night. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Super.
You know, like those Yamaha 1000. Those.
You mean Supercross?
No. It was on a track. It was on a
super.
It was on the Barber racetrack. I was watching this. I'm sure the Fourth Dimension knows what a super
BMX
bike is.
bikes?
No, they're fast bikes. It's like
motorbikes.
Yeah, they're motorcycles.
Yeah, motocross.
The motors. No, they're not motocross. No, no, they're called super bikes.
Why are we arguing over this? I think I can picture what you're saying.
Well, okay, super bikes. No, they sound more like race cars. They say, yeah. So they're racing on the track, and these guys, they really bend the bikes down when they're going through the curves and stuff. Their knee drags on the ground. They have their leathers on.
That kind.
So this one guy lost control and he got in a wreck. Okay. And
happens.
They played the wreck. He was okay. They played the wreck over again, and the guy on the TV goes, "Oh, there goes the airbag." And I was looking for the airbag, but the airbag was inside the rider's racing outfit.
Right.
Did you know that, Jeffrey?
Little CO2 things, and then there's
I did not know that.
Yeah, I've read
because
that.
the guy was walking all kind of hunched over and everything because the airbag had deployed as soon as he left the seat.
So here's the problem. You put that in a football player's uniform. I know what you're thinking. But you put that in a football player's uniform, they will constantly be going off every play. So these guys will be like staggering around.
I was thinking, why don't they have that kind of technology in these helmets?
In the helmet?
Right.
Because they would an airbag in a helmet is going to do nothing but crush your skull. It's just going to talk about a headache. You can't have the helmet do that.
But if you use the momentum right, it could make you really fast.
Well,
Right.
like the
depends on where the bags
like
are.
when Tua went down and he hit his head on the turf and he got the concussion. Like if you knew if the airbag somehow could
How would
sense,
it know
I
that?
don't know how did the airbag know inside of the racing suit to
It's instant
go
on impact. It's an instant on impact kind of thing.
So does his suit like poof? Does he look
Yeah,
like
it poofed up like
yeah, that's on impact. It just automatically
So
did
he
that
just
on
looks like a
impact.
balloon.
yeah.
So the
Wow,
minute the
that's crazy.
exterior of the suit makes contact, so that it doesn't hurt it.
I don't know, but I will say it was. I was stunned. I had to record. I had to go backwards and do it again to hear the guy. If
he's like a human popcorn.
It was like, what did you say? And instantly, I was thinking, wow, why couldn't the NFL put this in helmets?
Because it would crush your skull.
I don't know.
See, on the suit, it expanded to give protection. The helmet can't expand to give that same sort of protection.
I don't know.
So they haven't come up with a small enough airbag that would be able to give them like the proper amount of cushion without crushing the skull.
And you don't want to be firing off CO2 cartridges right next to somebody's ear hole.
I don't know. I mean, we do a lot of things. You know, science has come up with a lot of ways to do things.
Isn't it wild, Randy?
But I'm sorry. It just when you were saying about the helmet, I remember that the super bike race I was watching last night.
Super.
No, it wasn't super. Oh. It was like, Yamaha 1000 street bike. Hundreds of miles an hour on a track.
Yeah, all right. I'd rather watch motocross.
Well, I mean, I love motocross too.
Because they do those jumps and flips and stuff. Yeah.
I like the motocross as well.
Spraying mud everywhere. That's fun.
That is fun.
Yeah.
I love going mudding too. Y'all been mudding?
Oh, I've mudded quite a bit.
Oh, have you?
Oh, one time.
Are you talking about like a tough mudder?
Yeah. One time I took a muscle car on this is like 1989.
Okay.
I took a muscle car on SRP canal roads right after a rain, and I was just drifting in mud, kicking up mud. Just I'm surprised I'd still be alive, but I was just having so much fun. My girlfriend in the car screaming, not so much, because I was just like going sideways, facing the canal. And
wow.
Then I was like, wee! I was like turning the wheel back and forth. It was Christmas Eve. I was having the time of my life.
Wow.
And
awesome.
It was just a couple days later, she was my ex-girlfriend. But don't care. It was worth it. It was worth it.
Don't go mudding.
So yes, I've gone mudding.
Talk about nailing your exit, Jeffrey.
Yes,
you nailed your exit.
In more ways than one. All right, listen, we got to take a break. We come back. I was trying to talk about these NCAA rule changes in this segment.
Well, I mean, you took a break, so.
Well, no, the break was too short, and I just wanted the rest of my.
Well, I know.
If you're at work and you're out there smoking a cigarette or eating your Fritos or whatever you do on a 15-minute break, well, by God, you don't go in early.
No.
Well, I'm sitting here, and all of a sudden, boom! It's like we're back too soon.
14 minutes and 59 seconds.
I just figured I was taking some life back.
Well, that's okay.
Right.
That's
I'm
all
taking
right.
some of my life back.
It's too short of a time.
I didn't have the story, so I had to go somewhere.
You did. You went like right into the NFL.
Well, I mean, I do that from time to time.
Mm-hmm. That's all right. That's fine.
Are we happy? Is everybody happy?
I'm just gonna.
We're ecstatic.
I'm gonna get into the automation and make sure that crap don't happen again. Honey, I'd be on my break. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. As most of you might know, I'm a big fan of loyalty and longevity. I love companies based right here in Arizona that have been around doing some great things for a long, long time. And oh boy, has the Lund Mortgage Team done just that. In the mortgage game, they're one of the best. In fact, I think they are the best. And I've been telling people about the Lund Mortgage Team for decades now, and I'll continue to do that as long as they continue to take care of all our listeners, and they do that every single day. So you could be next. Call today, 623-875-9940. Look, the Lund Mortgage Team, they're mortgage brokers. That gives them the unique opportunity to shop your rate around. They've also been in business so long, they realize fees are not the most important thing. They keep those nice and low. Call today, 623-875-9940, whether it's a HELOC, whether it's a new home loan, refinance, you name it. They've got you covered. LundMortgage.com or call 623-875-9940.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. Classes start May 14th. Apply now and save with no application fee. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chef.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop Spring Black Friday savings up to 35% off select appliances plus free delivery from top brands like Samsung. Get tech you can trust to simplify your daily routines. From all-in-one washer dryers to smart refrigerators with Family Hub. Upgrade your kitchen and laundry with trusted technology from Samsung, ranked #1 in customer satisfaction. Get Spring Black Friday appliance savings and free delivery now at the Home Depot. Visit jdpower.com/awards for more details. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid April 3rd through April 23rd. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Arizona's future depends on a skilled workforce, and that's why students don't just learn at Pima JTED, they do. From healthcare to technology and construction to design, the JTED classroom model gets high school students ready for college, a career, or both, teaching them the skills Arizona employers need right now. Discover how Pima JTED students can support your business. Learn more at PimaJTED.org. That's PimaJTED.org. This message is sponsored by Potoff Private Philanthropy.
Download the Fanatic app.
News, scores, social media updates, and more on your smartphone, on your tablet. The free Fanatic app, available at the Google Play Store or the App Store and at 1580thefanatic.com.
Today, Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Oh, man, you see that umpire get drilled in the head?
Oh, man.
Foul ball hits Hunter Wendelstedt.
Right in the temple, they said.
Bam! During the Mets and Twins game. I don't know who hit him. I don't know. It was Tyrone Taylor. Just bam! Took him out like Charlie Brown would get rocked on the mound.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it would undress him.
That's just about what happened right there.
Well, he had no time to react. I mean, I still think umpires in the field should be wearing a helmet, at least first and third base.
If you're making the base coaches wear them helmets, why aren't the umpires wearing them helmets?
This is true. I'm with you.
I mean, those guys out there, they're in the same proximity as the base coaches.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
And it wouldn't hurt just to have, it doesn't have to be the ears and everything.
Just something.
A helmet on,
because look at, you've seen these guys. They're not what you'd call fit, so they're not able to like quickly go aha and expertly dive out of the way of a screaming 100-hour foul ball just coming right at their cranium.
Even so, it was a right-handed batter that hit the ball, and it was right down the right field line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and so in those cases, when they hit it, what's called inside out. If their hands go through the hitting zone and the head of the bat is going through the hitting zone at different times, you get this awkward spin on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happens is
hard to gauge.
The ball then curves, and when you hit it 100 miles an hour plus,
there's no ducking.
Curve.
No,
even if you're diving, you have to dive the opposite direction. You have a tenth of a second to make that decision.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. And the pro of wearing a helmet outweighs the con.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's how I see it.
What is the con of the helmet for an umpire?
That it's just uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable and hot.
Oh, boo-hoo, buckaroo.
Well, keep in mind the umpires are on the field.
You make
all
the base
game long.
coaches wear it.
The base coaches get to go into the dugouts and take the helmet off. The umpires will be wearing it, just like the home plate umpire is out there for 9 innings. He's out there all game long in all of that catching, umpiring gear.
Slow-Mo Zoe says umpires can use airbags. Yes, get them some airbags.
See, there you go.
Get
Yep.
the airbag in there.
Now we're talking. See what I mean?
Yeah.
The technology comes out where the umpire's uniform is lined with these airbags.
Like whenever we talk about the nets, and Randy's like, "Well, why don't we just wrap everybody in bubble wrap?"
Yeah,
That's exactly
well,
what
exactly
airbags
right.
are, Randy.
Yeah. It's bubble wrap.
And before they
You're
get
all pro
hit,
bubble wrap now.
maybe there can be like a reflex and the umpire suit that just poofs them up before the baseball.
See
hits
what
them.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there. See,
yeah.
Harris and I, we're
The whole
tracking on
suit.
this.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're tracking.
I want
the
to
whole
look like
suit.
the Michelin Man, and then they gotta
That's
they
what
gotta
I was
stay that way for the inning.
The only problem is you don't want them to kind of, float away. So you
Right.
have to have some
Depends
sort
on
of
the ump.
a guide string on there to hold them down.
Right. Yeah, you do.
The tether.
You
And
do.
the tether.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, although if he goes up into the upper deck and they start playing around with him like a beach ball, I mean, that's fun for the kid.
Yeah. What happens if he just floats away? He's just floating there in the sky. What if it's a Giants game and he just floats towards the beach?
Oh no.
Oh no, there we go.
Prevailing winds have blown him out to sea.
What a
Yep.
shame. Well,
Yep.
they need to have have those little remember
That's
in
right.
the Born Identity where it was a little
Have the blinker
little
on him?
blinker
Yeah.
thing. They'll
Oh, yeah.
find
Yeah.
him eventually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He
Could-
lands on
could
some
be a few
cruise ship.
weeks.
Yeah.
Ends up in France
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Free trip to France. I mean,
Better make sure they're trained. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
Swave Dave says, I got it. The airbag helmet needs to be designed specifically to break away when the airbag is deployed. Okay, so in football, how many helmets do you think you're going to go through in a given game if that thing keeps popping off on your head?
Well, I mean,
Too many.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think outside the box. That's all.
Just
So
give 'em-
outside the box.
Why don't you just get, you have the bubble boy, right? Bubble boy.
Yeah.
Why don't you just get
Yeah.
a bubble helmet? It's just
Uh-huh,
a big
uh-huh,
bubble helmet.
uh-huh.
Everybody
I
wears
like it.
bubble
Yeah, I
helmets.
like it.
No actual hardcore.
I like
Just your
it.
head is in this bubble thing.
Why wear helmets? Why don't put flags on these Sallies and
No,
quit tackling?
no,
Just play
no.
flag football.
Play tackle,
Like Randy
no helmets. People will learn how to protect themselves better. And you won't have all these concussions. Just take the helmets away.
I just feel bad for Tua's such a young man. Imagine like in 10 years after all these concussions.
You know those big balls that you like put
Yes,
yourself into?
please.
and
My,
like
my
run
eyes are up
into?
here. My
Yes.
eyes are up here,
We-
Harris.
We do know about big balls
Jeez.
Oh,
on this
man.
radio show, Harris.
Oh yeah, yes, that's true.
Triple
I just
H.
realized we have
Yep.
a new contest we should
I
have.
so set myself.
There's
up
a
for
new
that one.
contest we
What am
should
I
do.
How big
Play
are Jeffrey's
audio.
balls?
No, play audio and say Dick Clark or Tua Tagovailoa. Who is this? Is it Tua or is it Dick?
I mean, come on. You know it's going to bother. It's going to affect him. It's like Sid Crosby with the Penguins. How many concussions does he have?
Oh, a lot. Yeah,
I'm worried about him.
yeah.
Dude, you look at him now and he looks like he's dead behind the eyes.
You guys probably weren't able to tell, but I've had concussions. You guys probably couldn't tell.
You've had concussions?
I have had concussions.
You're so close to the ground.
That
How
makes a
have you
lot
ever
of
had a
sense, to be
concussion?
honest. But yeah,
First off, Randy, that's not very nice.
how does it happen way down there? That's
That's
I
not
figured
very
with the
nice.
altitude difference, it would just
He-
cancel.
He's the same height as me, so I have nothing to say.
At what depth are you? I mean, what were you trying to say?
I'm a mighty mite, Randy. I'm all heart.
You
All
are
hard.
all hard. I can
That's right.
tell.
He says he's a termite.
Yep.
What?
No, mighty might.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
A mighty mite,
He's a
not a
bed bug?
termite.
No,
No, not a bed bug.
What were you trying to say
he
anyway?
says he's got a big heart.
Did you
I
have
said-
an idea?
No, I just said I've had a lot of concussions. We
You
were
said
talking
a
about
lot of
concussions, and I
concussions.
said you guys probably weren't able to tell because of how sophisticated I seem. Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you, Randy. I got something. I got something.
You got something,
You know,
all right.
Yep.
I would go all day guessing the word that I would never come up with sophisticated in relation to Harris Hicks. There's a word Harris is thinking. I mean, we'd be here for days.
Well, Jeffrey, you called Randy polite and you called me obnoxious. Straight to my face. You
Yeah.
said you're obnoxious.
You're obnoxious. What are you gonna do about it?
Honestly, I kind of agree.
What was
So-
the context of
I don't
the
know.
conversation?
I don't
don't
remember either.
I think Jeffrey was saying like, hey Harris, like just actually don't even remember. I think he was just telling me to chill. I think one time, and I was like,
Sounds like me.
yeah, and he's like, yeah, you're obnoxious. Randy's polite, and I was like, I can agree with that. Yeah,
I'm glad we replayed that for no reason.
I love when we have meetings on the air.
Harris just goes ahead and replays it's like, here's the best stuff. That's what we're gonna do, Randy.
No,
You're
no,
not
no.
gonna take a week off. Harris will sit here and say, hey, remember when Randy said this, and then I said this, and then he said that. That's it. We don't even have to edit. We
don't
just
have
let
to
him
do a
take
best
care
of.
of it.
We just-
That's what I'm here for.
It's the Harris Hicks recall show.
Yep, that's right. Where I recall my best information.
I mean, the ratings will plummet.
I mean, the rating, yeah. I don't know if the obnoxiousness is a symptom of the concussions, maybe. So if you call me obnoxious, I'm going to blame the concussions. There's nothing you can do about it.
Right?
Dear Lord. Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Morticia's man
Okay.
just texted me.
Yeah.
He just sent me a link to a YouTube, which usually doesn't work, but I was intrigued, so I copied and pasted it. And there's actually a product, Hovding 2.0 airbag for cyclists.
What?
And there's
Wow.
I'll post this on the Twitter, but it's like a collar thing you wear, and then all of a sudden, in 0.1 seconds, the whole thing comes up over your head.
Oh
And
my
there
God.
it is.
It almost looks like a parody,
Figured it out.
but they show a guy testing it out and stuff, and this woman testing it out.
See, Harris, that's the way it goes on this radio program. I
Right.
get poo-pooed by the general mass.
Someone else already invented this, bro.
And
You're gonna get sued.
Well, and now I can't make $1 million off of it, Jeffco,
No.
because some other guy came out with
what kind of money do they have in like Norway? What are they using there?
You see, I don't like it when I get poo-pooed by the general.
I got
mass.
$1 billion or years. Is there like a Norwegian like currency? Oh, I got myself a hernie here. Can you break it? Oh, the hernie.
I don't know.
Here, I just posted it there. You go to my Twitter, the Jeffrey O'Brien, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The airbag bike helmet.
It's called the Norwegian Krone.
Is it
Krone?
Where does it say that?
I just looked it up. Norway's currency.
Oh, I thought
a
you meant the helmet.
No,
with the crone. That's like crown.
Norwegian Krone.
Ernie Kroon. Ernie Werner. There it is.
Can you break 100 krone?
Burk. So thank you, Morticia's man. Thank you. Swave Dave says, hang in there, Harris. I like your demeanor.
I like the cut of your jib.
Swave Dave thinks you're a swell guy.
I appreciate that, Slave Dave.
You're all right in Swave Dave's book.
Cool. Hey, I appreciate it.
Could you send Swave Dave a few photographs?
Oh no!
Could you take your shoes off?
Oh
You know-
No, he didn't say that. I just made that up. Don't worry.
Here I am thinking I got a compliment from the fourth dimension.
It got weird. Oh God, it got weird fast.
Oh.
He did not say
Well,
anything other than he likes your demeanor.
I can be oblivious to that stuff. There was a while when I was waiting tables and this guy kept tipping me a ton of money. This 80-year-old man, and specifically
Here's
asking
my
for
man.
me. I was like, this guy seems so nice. And then later on, I realized the looks he was giving me. I was like, uh-oh.
Hi, Chris.
I, of course, got a lot of money in tips, so
You're my
it
man.
ended up helping. Yeah.
Abe Froman says, I feel bad for Harris and his parents listening to the show. I bet his dad is fuming hearing you make fun of his son.
I bet his dad's laughing.
My dad did the exact same thing to me.
His dad
Talking
is like, he's like, oh, I remember that's a good one. He's like, oh, I'm writing that one down.
Yeah, my dad exactly is doing that. That's what he does, man.
I feel the dad like high five
Yeah,
coming from
yeah.
Harris's dad.
Yeah,
on a
what's your
daily
dad-
basis.
What's your dad's name?
Donald Lamar Hicks Jr.
All right.
Well, we don't need his whole name and
Well, I
his
just
social
gave it to
security
him.
number.
All right, Don Hicks. How are you?
Oh yeah, Don.
Let me give you his debit. No, just
we call him Don or Donald.
Don, yeah.
Call him Don.
Donnie sometimes.
No, not Donnie. Not around here.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. Fourth dimension.
Just Don.
Yeah,
Oh, just Don. Yeah.
Don, yeah.
Hi,
High
Don.
five, Don. High five.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chosen One says, afternoon, gentlemen. Hope you're having a great Thursday. Did any of you lock in the Red Robin deal? Oh, I totally forgot.
My gosh.
I
Are
forgot
you
about
kidding
that.
me?
Did anybody get the Red Robin endless hamburger deal?
Oh,
man.
no.
You know who really needed it was Harris.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean I really needed it?
You're
What is it?
poor.
No, he's not. He's rich.
He's one of the poors.
Harris
First
Hicks,
off,
our
Jeffrey-
friend Harris Hicks makes a killing on betting.
First off, Jeffrey,
that's right.
way to expose me on air.
Listen, I don't need to expose you because generally anybody who sat in that chair, we know.
Jeffrey saw me begging in the street. No, just kidding. He didn't see me.
I swerved my car at him,
I asked him, and then he
threw some
swerved
loose
my
change
car
at him.
me.
Get out of here, you bum! See you at the station.
Yeah, dare I ask for $1? And Jeffrey just swerves into me. Oops.
Yeah, but I swerved into you and threw change at you.
And then threw change at me. But
at 50 miles an hour,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
still.
Yeah. And then I gracefully limbered towared the change and picked it
Mhm.
up. And then I look and see he drove away.
I just stared at him like Samuel L. Jackson in that black snake moan thing, like while I picked up every single penny.
Yep.
Take
Yep.
it.
Oh man.
Yep. Yeah.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, concussions would decrease.
Yeah.
If we remove the helmets. That's what I'm saying. Might end up with more deaths, but fewer concussions.
Well, yeah.
Imagine if you put them in those big inflatable balls. I'm not talking about big balls in general, but big inflatable
No,
balls.
the bubble boy.
The bubble
yeah,
things.
sumo suits.
I mean, could you imagine how entertaining that would be? What would the quarterback even do?
Oh, I'd watch.
I would watch that.
Kyle
that
G
would be
says,
pretty insane.
no matter what you add, it won't stop the brain bouncing around in the skull. They're as protected as they can be at this point.
Debatable.
Feel like there's
Debatable.
other things, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to mess up this game too much more. We've already messed it up. So, hey, Lost Toby. He says, "What's Donna Mother's maiden name?" I don't know what you're talking about. Hour 2 is done, and hour 3 is next. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-791-1313. That's 800-791-1313.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Hungry for something exciting? Then come experience what's new at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse with 2 Valley locations. No one does Asian-inspired cuisine better or more authentic than Kasai, where talented Teppanyaki chefs create the food, the fire, and the fun of teppanyaki. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse, it isn't just dinner, it's dinnertainment. A memorable dining experience where a delicious 7-course meal is prepared right at your table with flair. It's the perfect choice for celebrations, date nights, or a night on the town. Choose from over 30 different items and combinations of teppanyaki, Asian fusion, and innovative sushi. Happy hour is always on fire with their daily specials. Try their new $12 bar menu items, Wagyu beef and Mongolian pork sliders, chicken or beef satay, and 3 delicious flavors of chicken karaage. 2025 is on fire at Kasai with 2 locations, Scottsdale Road and Thunderbird, and now open in Peoria at the 101 in Northern. Go to KasaiTeppen.com. That's KASAI Teppen.com or search Kasai on your mobile phone.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. Classes start May 14th. Apply now and save with no application fee. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Shell.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop Spring Black Friday savings up to 35% off select appliances plus free delivery from top brands like Samsung. Get tech you can trust to simplify your daily routines. From all-in-one washer dryers to smart refrigerators with Family Hub. Upgrade your kitchen and laundry with trusted technology from Samsung, ranked #1 in customer satisfaction. Get Spring Black Friday appliance savings and free delivery now at the Home Depot. Visit jdpower.com/awards for more details. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid April 3rd through April 23rd. U.S. only. See store online for details.
A career in law enforcement puts you on a course with unlimited paths. At the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office, your career can take you virtually anywhere you want to go. Detention officer, deputy sheriff, and emergency dispatcher are just a few available career paths. As you gain experience, you may also earn specialized assignments or follow a leadership track. Pursue your passion and explore rewarding and exciting career opportunities with MCSO. Learn more at jobs.mcso.org. Honor the law, serve the people. Sponsored by the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
everybody. 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Harris Hicks in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. So, I don't know, was it about an hour ago I was trying to talk about the NCAA rules changes?
Yes. Yeah, last hour.
Yeah. All right. So here we are. There's nothing stopping me. I'm ready to go. We're going to do this.
Here we go.
We're going
Let's
to talk
do it.
about
Let's
the
do it, Jeffrey.
NCAA rules. Here's one for you.
Yeah.
Under the new rule approved Wednesday, if medical personnel enter the field to evaluate an injured player after the ball is spotted by the officiating crew for the next play, that player's team will now be charged a timeout. If the team doesn't have any timeouts, the 5-yard delay of game penalty will be assessed.
Wow.
They're trying to crack down on the faking of injuries.
Yeah. I think it's one of these things where you didn't want to get to this point,
Mhm.
but we're here.
It's getting ridiculous.
So we got to
watching
do
those
something
games.
about it. Yeah.
The guy's just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
just, dude, there's nothing wrong with you. You were fine a second ago. What are you doing? This is like soccer over here.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's that has been proposed, or did they actually say? Oh no, they've approved that change. That's a rule change right now, starting this fall.
Yep.
Wow.
We can't have that in football. Come on. This is America's game.
Yeah,
Can't have it in football.
It's not a thing.
Soccer, fine. Faking injuries, that's a European thing.
The panel on Wednesday also approved a rule change regarding overtime timeouts.
Okay.
If the game reaches a third overtime, each team will have one timeout beginning with the third overtime until somebody wins. Previously, each team had one timeout for each overtime period. At the start of the third overtime, teams alternate running 2-point plays until there's a winner. The intent is to keep the action moving once the game reaches a third overtime. How often does that happen in college football?
Not too often, but it'll happen a couple times a year in some big games. Yeah. Yeah, it'll happen.
I'd be so aggravated by that.
Yeah, Texas A&M and Auburn, I think, was a big one there. There's been some others. So, yeah, it happens.
So you're good with these changes?
Yeah, I'm good with these changes.
Okay, how about this one? Referees will only say a call on the field is upheld or overturned. The terms confirmed or stands will no longer be used on instant replay decisions.
Okay.
It was overturned or was upheld. That's how they're going to say it.
I think what they're
gives a
trying
crap?
Well, what they're trying to do is go from confirmed to stands, which is like when you have a challenge and someone tries to overturn it, it's harder to overturn it because they're already starting from the basis of, oh, this was a pass interference. Can it be overturned? Now they're going 50-50. So they're saying like, oh, maybe there's a chance that it wasn't a pass interference.
So they're saying upheld or overturned.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. The terminology changes, but I think the terminology is a representation of something deeper that they're trying to do. With
If
the
I'd been in
challenges.
that meeting, I'd have fallen asleep already. Don't care about that.
I could see that.
Just don't care.
I hear you.
Here's another one. No offensive player can be in the direct line of the snap to the potential kicker or within the frame of the snapper on punts for the formation to qualify as a scrimmage kick formation. Did you follow that?
What?
I was trying to follow all of it.
If a team is not in scrimmage kick formation, it must have 5 players numbered 50 through 79 on the line of scrimmage. Additionally, if the snapper is on the end of the line by formation, the snapper will lose scrimmage kick protection and the opposition can line a player over the snapper.
I mean, I support that. Sure. That's actually a great rule. I like that.
You don't even know what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I do know what you're saying because they would
I
line
don't
up.
even know what I'm saying.
If the snapper was lined up, like not in pass protection, then he would lose his eligibility. And so essentially they can line up someone to go maybe jump over him or anything like that. I think it's kind of opens up some strategy. So I like it.
So if here's another one for you.
Yeah,
If
okay.
any player on a kickoff return team makes a T signal with his arms during the kick, the team gives up the right to return the kick and the play will be whistled dead.
So it's basically like a fair catch, I guess.
Is that a thing? Did they do this? That's
I
timeout.
guess.
That is, I thought.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really. These are really minor rules. Very minor, minuscule rule changes.
All right. How
But
about this
sure.
one?
Enhanced rules regarding simulating action at the snap and words or signals that distract opponents when they're preparing to put the ball to play will also be effective next season. No player can call defensive signals that simulate the sound or cadence of the offensive signal. So you can't pretend like the quarterback is like, here we go. You can't do that. You can't mimic the cadence of the guy on the other side. Omaha. You can't do a fake cadence.
Yeah, I'm shocked that wasn't a rule already.
Yeah, so you can't simulate the cadence of the offensive signals. The defensive terms move and stem would be reserved for players on that side of the ball and could not be used by the offense.
Okay.
So you can't also, as an offensive player, go move, stem, or just give like little cues that would throw them off.
Yeah.
Everybody just shut the hell up, basically. Play the game.
Yeah.
After the 2-minute timeout in either half, if the defense commits a foul with 12 or more players on the field and all the players participate in the play, the officials will administer a 5-yard penalty. The offensive team would have the option to reset the game clock back to the time at the start of play. If the 12th player is attempting to leave the field and has no influence on the play, the defensive team will be penalized 5 yards with no adjustments to the game clock.
Sure. Yeah, I support that. There was an instance last year. I can't remember where it was. I believe it was Oregon and Ohio State, although I could be wrong. Maybe someone in the fourth dimension would know, where someone committed an intentional 12th man penalty and it helped them win the game. So this is what they're doing. They're counteracting that rule.
I saw a game where a guy committed tax fraud.
Right there on the field?
Yeah. Before he left the field.
Right. During tax day.
Yeah.
Wow.
And but they were given a 10-yard penalty, which I thought that was weird.
That should be like a 15-yarder.
Yeah.
You think so, but
yeah.
You'd think they would, yeah.
All right, so the final one that I got here is coach-to-player communication, similar to technology implemented for the FBS last year, will be allowed for teams that compete in the FCS.
Okay, yeah.
So that's basically, why don't they just have it for the full season?
So I don't know if I fully agree with that with the FCS because of the amount of resources that those programs have. Some of them can't even afford stuff like that. And so
how do you not afford a headset a communication thing like in the NFL?
Well, it's
not that expensive.
Right, but it's a deeper thing. It's like once they start legalizing that, they'll start legalizing all this other technology. And then when you get down to the FCS level, these programs aren't very funded. And so they may not be able to afford all of this stuff like the high-end FCS or FBS programs would.
It's
just thought.
It's just a one little radio in somebody's helmet.
It starts as that, but it could get magnified. That's what I'm saying.
I think teams should have the option.
I support it. I'm not really against it. It's just kind of a thought of what's to come.
Teams should have the option that if they can afford the equipment, they can have the equipment. And then teams that can't afford it, well, they can keep using those weird cue cards.
Yeah, sure.
But just to not allow it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
What
I like the weird cue cards. I think they bring a lot of entertainment to the game.
I do too. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not entertained by
less technology in sports, the better. That's how I see
agree
it.
with you.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think they should have the same setups as the NFL because you're basically, trying to get there. This entire experience in college is nothing but an audition, is nothing but training, is nothing but a job interview to get you into the money of the NFL. You think the NIL money is fun? You're going to make more money in the NFL. So, play like the NFL. Bill Belichick's on the same page. He's like, yeah, guess what? This program is going to be like the NFL. You're going to practice like the NFL. We're going to play it like the NFL as far as the rules allow.
Yeah.
But if you want to be ready for the NFL, everybody coming out of UNC from this point forward will be NFL ready.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
Yeah.
Now,
sure. Absolutely.
Can't guarantee that their talent level, and that's going to be based on every individual themselves and where they get to. But in general, they'll be NFL trained at least.
Yeah. North Carolina is going to be the most interesting college football team to watch over these next 4 years.
You see that Bill Belichick has his new sayings.
Yeah.
Practice like pros.
We got some new sayings.
Prepare like pros.
Yeah.
Well, that's good sayings. That's exactly what we were just talking about.
Act like pros.
North Carolina, the reason why they're so interesting is because if Belichick is able to recruit super well and play at such a high level, all these other programs could be following to get these NFL guys to recruit easier.
Well,
East like pros.
Yeah.
Enter the transfer portal like pros.
Enter
because
the portal
there's a
like
little of that
pros.
going
Yeah,
on.
negotiate, hold out like pros.
How bad is it that quarterback Ryan Brown has jumped into the portal? Is that not a big deal for UNC?
No, it's not too big of a deal.
How
They
about
are,
Zach Rice, the offensive tackle, former 5-star recruit, has gone into the portal?
they are looking for a QB though, because remember they were rumored in the Nico Iamaleava sweepstakes for a while, and then they pulled out. So I don't know if Belichick loves what he has at this moment.
Well, he did just get Mekhi Gaber,
Okay,
who was with Nebraska last season.
he was, I believe, probably their backup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Is it windy in the portal?
it's a little bit. It's actually not windy.
Like windy and kind of swirly?
It's swirly. It's not as windy. It's
I wouldn't
swirly.
even say it's like the lightest.
It's spinny. You get dizzy.
It's spinny
You
and,
get dizzy.
and swirly.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, Max Johnson is slated to be the UNC starter. He was at LSU and Texas A&M for a while. So
Is their team looking okay, or are they looking a little rough?
they're looking right now. First year is probably going to be a little bit rough. We'll see how Belichick recruits if he's able to get those guys in. First year, I'm not expecting them to light the world on fire. It's going to take time.
Baker's cocky hen says it was Oregon. They changed that rule the next week.
That's
because of
right.
that.
Yep, I knew it. Yeah.
Killer
Listen,
Rabbit says, yeah, these rules were to help Bill Belichick at UNC. You think these rules help him? I mean,
yeah. How would they?
I don't think they do him anything.
Yeah, they don't do him anything. Yeah.
Baker's cocky hen says, yeah, here's the UNC mottos. Massage like pros, Jupiter, Florida. Draft like pros, let your dog do it. Date like pros. Maybe stick to your own age, guys. Yeah, I don't think that those.
I don't think
anything
those
he'd
are-
say
no.
out loud.
No, he had like dress like pros, eat like pros, sleep like pros,
Wake up like pros.
shower and
Shower
prepare
like
like
pros.
pros.
Right. Brush your teeth like pros.
Yeah.
Abe
Yeah.
Froman, Sausage King of Chicago, says this show is very offensive today to a lot of different people, making fun of people who had strokes, short people, Norwegians. I'm all for it. I don't know we were making fun of people who had strokes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
what
was
we're doing
just
Dick Clark.
No, you weren't even making fun of him. I was just saying, geez, we love you, Dick. Why would you leave that as a lasting memory? You know what I mean?
Right. See,
a guy who should know better about how television works.
Exactly.
I don't know what I missed on this, but Moist One says Brad Johnson's kid.
Yep, he's right. Max Johnson is Brad Johnson's son.
Oh, there you
Former
go.
Buccaneers quarterback. Yeah, Brad Johnson. Yeah. Yep.
Sometimes these things just seem completely random to me. That's why I'm glad you're here, Harris, because you can fill in those blanks.
That's what I'm here for, guys. That's what I'm here for.
We can't think of another reason you're here, but
Well,
thanks.
Yep, that's what I'm here for. Brad Johnson, Super Bowl winning quarterback, correct? 2002 with the Bucks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
I wasn't even paying attention,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. No, it was. It was a thing.
He was also on the Bills. I believe this was him and the Music City Miracle team as well that lost to the Titans.
Baker's Cocky Hen says the Chiefs' mottos are drive like cons, drink like cons.
Wow.
Assault like cons.
Is he talking about the Chiefs or Georgia?
I don't know. Sounds like he's talking about the Raiders, too.
The Raiders, too?
Kyle G says, these new rules feel like cut the crap, just play ball rules. So, yeah, these are pretty good rule changes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd support them. Not against them.
For some reason, Moist One says beef farmer.
Not a thing.
Number one Rattlers fan says quarterback Josh Johnson signed with the Washington team there as a backup. It was his 18th consecutive season as a backup.
He's been on so many teams.
Is that now or is that in the past?
I guess. I don't know if it's in the now.
Number one Rattlers fan tried to use the old racist name for the Washington Commandos.
Oh, yeah, did he?
So I had to edit that with my mouth on the fly.
I see.
Hey, by the way, you know about the 5-second rule, right?
If you drop it, you can pick it up and eat it.
Yeah, that's not true.
No?
No, you drop a
Oh,
piece
no.
of food.
Don't do this to me.
Microbiologist says that's not a thing.
No, sometimes ignorance is bliss, man. Oh,
No, here's the thing. He put a petri dish in the ground for various time limits ranging from 0 seconds to 1 minute. Then he cultivated the samples to see which one developed bacteria. In his experiment, every sample had evidence of microbial growth, showing that no amount of floor time is safe when it comes to contamination. So the 5-second rule is not true. You drop it on the floor, throw it away. Don't eat it.
Wow.
I could have lived.
What if it's that
without
last
doing that.
morsel?
Doesn't matter. I mean, it's up to you, but there's going to be stuff on it. I got dogs in the house. I ain't even trying that 5-second
I'm
thing.
still eating it.
No.
Yeah.
But 44% of people said that no, they still do the 5-second rule. And the average person eats off the floor 4 times a month.
Well, Phil, he eats off the toilet.
Well,
Does he
but on a
really?
plate. There's
Yeah,
a
but
plate
it's
involved.
still a toilet.
Oh, there's poop particles all over
Oh,
his
yeah,
food.
the poop particles are everywhere.
Phil's got the most amazing immune system because of that.
I think you're right. Yeah.
That seems like a Phil.
So does Harris.
thing.
Sounds like Harris is eating off the floor like kibble. What do you eat off the
I
floor?
don't know what you're talking about. I definitely don't eat off the floor. I
No.
would never. No.
Well, then why did it bother you so much when I told you about the 5-second rule?
I don't know.
You're so full of crap. He's eating
I don't
off
know
the
what you're
floor.
talking about.
What if
No.
you drop it in finely manicured backyard grass?
There's probably a lot of bugs and bad things there.
I don't know. Or grass. Maybe.
The grass was just dirty. My dogs, they walk through the rocks where they poop and pee, and then they walk through the house. We run the Roomba, but that's not ain't gonna kill the germs.
That's too bad.
Anything drops to the floor in my house, I will tackle you and stop you from eating it.
I see.
You'll tackle me.
Yeah.
So if you see me eating on the floor,
Well,
you're
you'll
gonna
never
deck
be at
me.
my house. That was really
Oh,
more for
I didn't know if
Randy.
this was just
that was more for Randy.
Oh. So you wouldn't tackle me, so I'm safe.
Kid.
No, you just would never be there. But
Oh.
no, listen, if there's no house you should do this in because you walk around at work and you go to the store and you drive and you do it, you're dragging in stuff to your own house. So even if you don't have dogs, don't eat off the floor. It drops in the floor. That is somebody else wanted it. It's
Perfectly
gone.
cooked
Gone
steak.
forever.
I would
Gone
still eat that,
forever.
Randy. I don't care.
Oh, kill a rabbit. That would be so tempting. He says, I'd eat a morsel of Randy's grilling food off the floor any day. Better than mine, he says.
Wow.
Horn Ninja says, you guys on a roll today for texture nicknames. Add poop particles to the list.
Already on there.
Yeah, that's one of my
Oh, is it
words.
really?
That's one of my sayings.
Oh, yeah, poop particles.
I still can't get over the fact that Jeffrey officially banned me from his house.
Well, he hasn't
banned
banned you.
me.
He hasn't banned you
He
officially.
said you're never going to be over.
He'll never be there.
He just said
He banned
you'll never
me.
be there. He didn't ban
There's really no circumstance where that's probably going to happen. Just it's not, it's nothing personal.
Watch the power of friendship prevail.
It's nothing personal.
And then
what if he's my plus
Yeah.
one?
Lost Toby's like, he's right. He says, can't be banned if you were never invited.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Power of friendship's
Randy,
gonna
you can be
prevail.
uninvited quickly. At the door, even if I
Wow.
see Harris standing behind you.
Wow. So
Yeah.
if he's my plus one, then
I'm gonna be
It is a
just
plus none.
I'm gonna be on my knees begging. Jeffrey, come on.
You're gonna
Please.
all you're gonna do is beg the door. Just ka-chunk.
Ah, boy.
He's not gonna
Average
let
Joe says Mythbusters did that experiment many years ago and proved the exact same test that the microbiologist did.
No, they didn't.
Zay says Triple H, Jeffrey doesn't want to have he doesn't want to have to go in there and re-child proof his house again. Yeah,
That's not very nice.
cover up the sharp corners.
Dude, the sharp corners always get me.
Honey, there's spaz coming. Where's the things to
Yep. He's
lock
really
off
spastic.
the electrical plugs and stuff?
He's spastic, but
We're gonna
he
have to get a
has the
special
power of
lock on the
friendship.
medicine cabinet.
Oh no. I always hate when I can't open those. Those medications when you just can't, you can't get them.
Triple H, when you go to someone's house, do you go through their medicine cabinet when you're in the bathroom?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
That means he does.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Number one
I
Rattlers
don't.
fan says, did you eat lasagna off a woman's navel? I would.
Yeah.
One woman, my wife.
Oh, yeah.
My wife.
That's actually
yeah.
that was the
I
initiation.
would eat my wife's lasagna off her navel.
When they interviewed me, that was the initiation. I had to do that.
You don't have a wife.
What?
What are you talking about?
That you know of.
Yeah, he's just talking silly now. Swave Dave says, sounds like a really weird band name. The Poo Particles. Oh, that'd be good. Poo Particles.
Yeah.
That was what they
yeah.
called my friend group in high school. The Poop Particles.
Not surprised. Baker's
Really?
Cocky Hen says,
Really? I get nothing there.
you don't think that stuff on the
nothing?
floor is also in the air?
Ah.
Well, you know, we got air. I got air purifiers work on like every level of the house.
Do you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we got some clean air. And if I'm not going to be there, I turn on the ionizer thing. And then that thing works and then kills everything. And then I turn it off like 20 minutes before I get home.
You do that all remotely.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
Oh my God. Wow.
one of the fun things is I try to do is like if I find out, like call my wife, and I know she's like on the couch or something. So then I'll just start messing with the air purifier behind her, like, and I'll make it beep and stuff just to mess with her.
That's pretty.
He used to
funny.
turn on the Roomba when she was working out.
Yeah, I had the app, and I started just hitting buttons on that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well,
That
it's
is
weird
so
how
funny.
suddenly I don't have access to that anymore.
Hmm.
I don't know.
How'd you
Yeah.
get locked out?
I don't know. I have no idea what happened there.
I still can't get over that Phil eats from the toilet.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people can't get over that.
Yeah, and a lot of people cannot.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, anytime the front door is open in the morning and the light comes in, my daughter freaks out and puts the air purifier on. That dust is crazy in just the right light.
Huh.
Oh, yeah. Tell her it's not. See, here's the thing. Yeah. Tell her that's not just dust. That's also skin flakes off of all of our bodies.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Floating around.
Yeah.
You're breathing in my skin flakes off my butt. Tell her that.
Butt flakes.
Yeah. Tell her that.
Butt flakes.
She'll
That's
be like,
a good nickname.
she'll be like my wife, and she's like, we're just leaving these things on all the time.
Mm.
Big George says, why can't you have the ionizer on when you're home? It agitates. That agitates the throat. So
Okay.
the ionizer shouldn't be on all the time.
Ionizer.
The ionizer.
Well, mine it's a plasma wave.
Plasma.
The
wave.
plasma wave.
Baker's Cocky Hen says mouth breathers are cannibals. Yeah, a little bit. Maybe you're right.
Mm.
You might be right.
Mouth breather.
All right, we gotta take a break. How did I get on this anyway?
I don't
I
know.
don't even know how we got on this.
It
So
is a-
don't eat food off the floor is basically the message today.
There is no 5-second safety rule.
No.
When we come back, let's just finish the show by talking some NFL.
Okay.
It's the Daily
Okay.
Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
My best friend died suddenly, and now his wife and kids have to move out of their house. I had no idea he didn't have life insurance. If I could go back, I'd tell him how easy and affordable protecting your family can be with SelectQuote. In 15 minutes, a licensed insurance agent found me a $500,000 life insurance policy for only $18 a month. They compare many of the nation's most highly rated insurance carriers to find the right coverage and price for your needs. In the last 40 years, they've helped more than 2 million families secure over $700 billion in coverage. Even if you have a health concern, SelectQuote agents can find you the right policy at the lowest price. Don't wait until it's too late. Get peace of mind that your loved ones are protected with life insurance.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-480-5454 for your free quote today. That's 1-800-480-5454 or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-480-5454. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Point. Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
Oh, I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at Metamucil.com.
AZ Preps 365, your source for all the news, info, highlights, and more. Athlete news and interviews. Talk with coaches. Keep you up to date with the changes, moves, upcoming events, and more. AZ Preps 365, Arizona's ultimate prep sports show. If you miss a minute, you miss a lot. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings 8 till 10 on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Everything that we've seen in Rory McIlroy's remarkable Hall of Fame career was boiled into 19 holes of golf. But I cried. I teared up. It got dusty in my house because you watch a guy and then he finally gets it done in Augusta on this golf course on this day. It was why we watch sports.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at 9 a.m. on 1580 The Fanatic.
Hey, wait a minute.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and that is Light Sleeper. By the way, I forgot to mention this to you earlier.
What's that?
You want to go see Light Sleeper?
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. Yes.
Next Friday.
Miss Kim and I
Yeah.
are up for the task.
You know who else is saying he might go?
Who?
Ralph.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, if we get Harris to go.
Can you get out of Bible study and come? Can you ditch that and just go to the Yucca tap room?
Well, when is it? When is the?
Wait a second. It's not all ages. It's not an all ages show.
Oh, no.
Harris is he's.
Oh, I'll have you know, I'm very mature.
He's of legal age.
Especially
he's
for
of
my
age. I don't know about mature, but he's of age.
Oh, I am very mature.
So here it is. I think we're serious. Because we've been trying to go and see them. My wife, she really wants to go see the band, and it just hasn't lined up. We weren't just being politely dismissive. We really were trying to go, and then this life would happen. And right now, it is absolutely our intention to go to the Yucca Tap Room on April 26th. It's on a Saturday, 8 p.m.
I don't have Bible study on Saturdays.
Light Sleeper is the band, and they're the opening act. So it should be like you go and boom, there they are on the stage at 8 p.m. So you don't have to wait around through a bunch of crap bands.
Okay.
Right. And first off, let me say, you guys bought 3 tickets already, one for Ralph. So you bought a ticket for someone that doesn't exist.
We haven't bought any tickets at all.
You're going to have an extra ticket left over, and you buy one for Ralph.
And Harris,
which,
Ralph doesn't exist thing has never been funny.
By process of elimination.
Just jump off of that.
Oh my God, they have a whiskey and bacon.
Oh, say less. Oh my God.
Did you just look at the menu at Yucca Tap Room?
Brandy
with bacon.
Brandy,
So
you and I are going to have a fun night.
Oh,
we are. We are. Oh,
well, we were going to have a fun night. Then Randy invited Harris, but
wait, they've got pulled pork.
So here,
I don't know why people always say that.
Oh yeah.
So Light Sleeper, that is Fish Tank's band, and they're supposed to be the opening.
That's
act.
super cool.
And then here's who else is there? Special guests: Rotter, Our Last Laugh, and then a band called Bad Year. That's the headliner.
Wow.
Bad Year.
Depending on how the night goes and how annoying Harris is, I might not ever know if Bad Year is any good. But 8 p.m., 21 years plus only. I think
okay.
Harris is,
he's okay.
Southwest corner of Mill and Southern in Tempe.
I made the cut.
Yes. Mill and Southern in Tempe. And it's at 8 o'clock, you say, is the downbeat of Light Sleeper.
Yeah, I asked Fish Tank, is you guys the first act? He's like, I think so, but they always change stuff like that up. But I figure as long as they were there in time for the 8 o'clock band, even if they flip it around a little bit, that's all right. I don't mind sitting through. I imagine if, we didn't ask is what is the other music? Is it all like rock alternative?
like Light Sleeper, or is this going to, at least none of it's country, right? I got to get some information.
It didn't sound country when he played it.
No.
Really
The other
good.
bands, Harris.
Oh, the other bands. Oh, well, I don't know.
I'm going to have to look this up.
Yeah, we'll see. Hey, it sounded really good when the Light Sleeper song played. So
you should check them out
I'm
on the
intrigued.
Spotify.
Yeah, I will.
See their other songs.
I'll
Their
check them
new
out on
video.
Spotify.
I put their a link for their new video on my twits, my tweeters,
Excuse me?
my X.
On your
What is that thing?
Your twits, your tweeters, and your
Yeah.
X. Which
on
one?
On your what?
On your
It's
what?
it's on the artist formerly known as Twitter. On there, and
Not your
I believe it's called X now.
whatever. Just you just got to scroll to it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find. There's the button.
Yeah.
Let's see
It
here.
sounds intriguing. It
Yeah.
sounds really good.
Let's see. You got to scroll a while.
Respect, Fish Tank. You have my interest. You have my interest in that song.
Yeah. You scroll down to like April 6th because I got show posts.
April
and-
6th.
Yeah, scroll because that's when I posted up a link to their video.
Ah.
It says another banger in their song. It's they got a video, which is fun.
Another banger.
It's in Tempe, you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yucca Tap Room,
Okay.
southwest corner of Mill and Southern in Tempe, 8 p.m. until it's all over.
Cool. Yeah.
I think we should all go.
Yeah, let's do it.
You gonna bring your girlfriend?
It's Saturday.
Is your
April
girlfriend over 21?
26th. She is.
Okay. It's not a creepy thing to ask. If he's 23 and she's 20, yeah, that's acceptable.
She's
Yeah.
20.
Right.
She's 22.
Yeah. Okay.
22. Yeah.
She drink?
Sometimes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
one of you better not.
Wow.
Yeah. One of us probably won't. And
Yeah.
I think I have a feeling who that person will be. Probably me.
You the DD?
Usually.
I will probably have one drink, and that's that whiskey with bacon.
Randy,
All right, I'll
I can,
toast you.
I
And
can
then
DD for
that's
you. if you
it.
need
The rest of the night, it'll be a 7
All
Up with a wedge of lime in it.
Randy, if
Make
you
sure
need,
you don't have that drink until I'm there.
Okay.
you
I'll
need a
drink with you.
DD, I'll be your guy.
All right. No, you don't have to.
No, I don't want Harris to be
willing?
a DD for
Aren't
us.
you going to have a whiskey with lemon?
Harris,
Or,
Harris
Oh,
trying to
that's
weasel
true.
his way to my house.
Yeah.
No,
Gosh darn it, Jeffrey got me.
nope.
I'm a lightweight. I'm going to be honest with you. So one drink will get me.
Moist one says, "Can I buy your
I
girl
know.
a drink, Harris?"
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Don't let that
nice
happen.
one. You're
No.
crossing a line here.
Don't let that
You're
happen.
crossing a line here.
No.
Why cross the line? You're just trying to be friendly, sending over a drink, trying to be
Oh, is he?
hospitable.
I'm not a fool. I'm not ignorant,
Well,
arrogant. Oh, were you gonna say something, Jeffrey?
I'm not
You were gonna say
ignorant.
something. You seem like you had something to say there.
I
Just seems
think
like
I
something
said all I
fizzled
need
out.
to say.
Is that so?
Well, the Baker's Cocky Hen says, "Bad year. They're from Goodyear." Really?
Really?
So, what kind of? Oh, you just made a joke. I thought maybe
Yeah,
you
yeah.
actually knew them.
You didn't.
Yeah,
Wow.
took me a second.
Ba-doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big George says, "What are the odds that Donnie goes to Fish Tank's Light Sleeper show? 1,000,000 to 1. What are the odds Fish Tank wants Donnie there? Even worse, 1,000,000,000 to 1."
Wow.
Anyway, so yes, so there we go. Let's all show up and have some fun and support our pal Fish Tank, and that is next not this Saturday, the next Saturday, April 26th, 8 p.m. And let's all go out there and have some fun. 888-368-1580. Let's talk some NFL football, shall we?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Lost Toby says, "Bad year is from Wisconsin." If that's a joke, I don't get it. So all 32 teams right now in the NFL still have their first round picks. Still, we mentioned this before because it was so surprising. And now 1 week away, literally 1 week away from the NFL draft, they all still have their first round picks.
Huh.
Where are the trades, Harris? Why is nothing moving right now? Because people need stuff. People want to make changes, moves, and stuff like that. Is everybody just being coy? Is everybody just trying to play hard to get? Is everybody just trying not to show their hand? Is this going to be a flurry of stuff happening on draft day itself? Or is this just going to be, I'm good with our pick?
Could be one of two things. One, teams are waiting till draft day to figure out more news of what's going to happen. Two, usually when big trades happen, they revolve around guys who they think are franchise quarterbacks. Like, for example, the whole Bryce Young trade recently. That's usually CJ Stroud. That's when it happens. So this year in the draft, teams are not sure if there is that guy who they are willing to trade for. And that's probably why there are not as many trades, Jeffrey.
Yeah, it was even on the Cardinals website says since the first common draft in 1967, this is the first time since then every team still had its own first round pick.
Wow, what an interesting stat. Since 1967.
Yeah, there. I guess again, sometimes you got trades
Almost
2 or 3 years ago that affect this draft, but there's
as old as Randy.
just hasn't been anything. So,
Oh, sorry.
yeah.
Just because the light's not on in there doesn't mean I can't see you.
Randy gave me a look, and I kid you not, I was about to run. I was about to run to my car. It was a scary, scary look.
Hey,
I was nervous there for a second.
I just realized. No,
my
I'm
heart stopped.
I'm sorry, I was wrong. It's wait a second. It'll be the first year since 2014 when no first round picks were traded between the start of the league year and the opening of the draft.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
But this will be the first league year where there's been no trades, but this
Okay.
is actually the first year since the first common draft, since every team had their first pick at the start of the league year. So no, I was right on both of these. So anyway, we'll see what happens in the next 7 days getting ready for the draft. But right now, the betting odds are now solidified on the top 7 picks. And here's what everybody's saying.
Okay.
Well, the Titans are getting a quarterback
This
from
is probably
Miami.
gonna happen.
Cam Ward, overwhelming favorite at minus 20,000.
Wow.
Jeez, man.
The Browns, Travis Hunter. That's what Vegas is saying. They're going to take Travis Hunter minus 350. Giants at the third pick will take Abdul Carter minus 300.
Also good pick.
Patriots, we get LSU offensive tackle Will Campbell
Solid.
as a minus 225.
Mm.
Jaguars take defensive tackle Mason Graham from Michigan.
Yeah.
Minus 130.
Okay.
The Raiders, this is what I've been saying. Boise State running back Ashton Genty. I feel like, man, it's so hard to believe he won't go a little bit higher. That he is the next coming. And yeah, there he is, number 6.
I mean, we've seen a bunch of elite, really good college running backs get drafted and be okay in the NFL, but not be as good. Reggie Bush, Ricky Williams, we've seen a couple of those. Not to say that Ashton Genty isn't going to be good in the NFL.
Genty's another Saquon.
Genty, yeah. Oh, he's dominant.
Mm-hmm.
He's amazing.
The Jets they are like favored to take Armand Mimbu from Missouri. He's a tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Panthers are favored to take Georgia linebacker Jalen Walker.
Okay.
The odds start to go the other direction as you get further down the list because it's harder to kind of figure out what the teams are going to do. But they're saying it will be the Saints that take Shedeur Sanders.
Really? Well, Derek Carr, I did recently get injured. He messed up his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So that could honestly happen. I wonder how Spencer Rattler is doing. That's going to be a big one. Is how does he look in OTAs in the preseason? Or, well, you don't have that type of, I guess, time. But how does Spencer Rattler look? That's going to answer the question for them.
For some reason, the Bears, they are also slated that if, I guess, the Raiders don't take Genty, they will. That is their most likely pick at plus 300.
Yeah, really? At plus 300?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, that's the plus 300 is because he's probably not going to be there for them.
Right. I mean, if you look at the Bears right now, they have DeAndre Swift, you have Roschon Johnson. You could technically say they need a running back. My focus with them would be on just protecting Caleb Williams. And if Kelvin Banks is available from Texas there, I wouldn't hesitate.
Well, so here's the question. You were asking player comps. Well, how about this? Genty. Is he the next Saquon Barkley? What running back do you compare him to? Is it Saquon or is it somebody else? Maybe Saquon is too far a leap. Is he like Christian McCaffrey? Is he like, who is Ashton Genty really comparable to as a running back?
Oh, man, that is a really good question. And I'm going to have to think about that. But he does have a lot of Reggie Bush in his game, being genuine about how his lower body's just so strong. He's really nifty and shifty. He's not necessarily the tallest guy, but he's got such lateral quickness as well.
How tall is he, by the way?
I think he's like 5'11".
You don't mind a shorter running back, though,
No,
because they're
I
just
mean,
a bowling ball anyway.
A shorter running back almost is an advantage.
Yeah.
Because he can slip in between the tackles and you can't even see him. He has a low center of gravity. Maurice Jones-Drew, Darren Sproles.
As a Moist one just said, Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yeah.
Lost Toby says Jet McKinnon.
Oh, Jarek McKinnon. Yeah. Yeah. He's a short guy. He's 5'8".
I feel like Lost Toby uses voice text a lot.
Yeah, he probably does. He seems like the type. Yeah.
So Ashton Gente, I'd be shocked if he doesn't end up a Raider. Absolutely
shocked. I wouldn't be shocked.
Unless they're going quarterback.
Especially, which, you know what? That's possible, but
they might end up with Shedeur Sanders.
They could. I would probably them. My guess is Gente over Shedeur.
It seems like the better play.
Odds. Yeah, I trust the odds there. They most of the time know what they're talking about.
I offended Lost Toby.
Oh,
he says, I never use voice chat. I'm just drunk. No, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. He says, I'm just driving. Also, Jet was or is his nickname. You shouldn't be texting and driving, Lost Toby.
Yeah.
You're an attorney.
Yeah.
As your attorney, I would advise you against doing
Yes.
that. That is dangerous.
Yes.
You're endangering not just yourself, you're endangering other drivers. You're endangering lowering our ratings if you die.
Yes.
This is true.
We need all the listeners we can get.
He says, also, I didn't say I wasn't drunk.
Wow. I actually was wrong. Gente's like 5'9". He got measured at 5'9". He's shorter than I
Go
expected.
bowling ball, go.
How about that? Well, that is something I did not.
If I was in the stadium, every time he ran, I just played like the sound of pins dropping.
You know, he's a little LaDainian Tomlinson-ish. Now that I think about it, it being that short, how he's just kind of a bowling ball. Like that could be something too.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, Derek Carr is always injured. He has resting Luke Kuechly face. Dear God, you're so right. That's perfect. That is well stated, Baker's Cocky Hens. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Quiet Cannon says, I missed it. How did Harris get multiple concussions? He seems pretty sharp. Well, the word seems. But go ahead. How did you get your concussions?
Played tackle football.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh,
I did.
What position?
I was a receiver.
And how many concussions did you get doing that?
I was a slot receiver. I got one when I was.
And he's like, I'm done. I'm
when
out.
I'm out. When I was 7 and got hurt at a birthday party.
This just tells you that he might have turned out cooler.
You know, turned out cooler.
Your personality was completely ruined by the concussions.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you probably were like,
Jeffrey?
You probably would have grown up to be a complete badass. Be like, oh my God,
this guy rocks.
Oh my God, Harris is here. Everybody be excited, and our nipples would be hard. It'd be like, oh my God, I love this guy. And now it's just after the concussions, like here's
Jeffrey. That's
Harris
usually you don't understand. That's actually what happens.
Here's Harris.
People get really excited, you know, and I have to calm the room, guys.
They're like,
calm
we gotta,
down. I know.
Now it's like, well, now we got to put Nerf over some things so he doesn't hurt himself. We just got to hurry up.
I am a big Nerf guy. I love a Nerf war.
Moist one says Bears are going to give up on Ashton for Gente. Or they're going to give up an ass ton for Gente. So you think the Bears are going to move up to get Gente?
An asteroid, perhaps?
I think that was voice text. He meant ass ton of
a lot of voice
texters
on today.
Buffalo Mike says, as a Buffalo grad and Broncos fan, Shedeur to the Raiders would be problematic. It is a joke that CU is retiring his number. Yeah, we think it's dumb as hell.
Actually, you know this, Cordell Stewart won a national championship at Colorado in I think 1990, and they haven't even retired his number. How?
Lost Toby says the only thing you received playing football was a concussion. Bam.
This is facts. I was the only sixth grader that was playing up, though. I'll have you know. No big deal.
Just run your routes. Don't expect the ball. Run your routes.
Yep.
That's all I got.
I was too busy chirping.
All right. We are running late. So let's go ahead and take this break. Coming up, we've got On This Date in Big George's sports history and whatever else we can cram in. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
At Lowe's, pros save big on the supplies you need to get the job done. With the new MyLowe's Pro Rewards program, get member-only deals every week and access to free standard shipping. Plus, members earn points toward exclusive rewards. Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. Program subject to terms and conditions. Free standard shipping not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
My best friend died suddenly, and now his wife and kids have to move out of their house. I had no idea he didn't have life insurance. If I could go back, I'd tell him how easy and affordable protecting your family can be with SelectQuote. In 15 minutes, a licensed insurance agent found me a $500,000 life insurance policy for only $18 a month. They compare many of the nation's most highly rated insurance carriers to find the right coverage and price for your needs. In the last 40 years, they've helped more than 2 million families secure over $700 billion in coverage. Even if you have a health concern, SelectQuote agents can find you the right policy at the lowest price. Don't wait until it's too late. Get peace of mind that your loved ones are protected with life insurance.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-480-5454 for your free quote today. That's 1-800-480-5454 or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-480-5454. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Water is Arizona's most valuable resource. And for over a century, Phoenix has led the way in providing reliable water services. Wherever you call home in Arizona, we all share the responsibility to conserve for tomorrow. Watch your water use, especially outdoors. Consider desert-friendly landscaping and water-saving appliances. Together, small changes can make a big difference. Learn more at phoenix.gov/water and help secure Arizona's water future. This message is sponsored by the City of Phoenix Water Services Department.
So, what's your favorite thing about sports? The excitement, the action, or the 5-meat pizza and the six-pack? Bingo. That's what we thought. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Why?
What? What's happening?
Why do we need another Fantastic Four movie?
Why do we need another Fantastic what?
Fantastic Four. Why do they keep making this movie over and over again? Why do they keep making Batman over and over again? Why do they keep doing this?
Isn't that sad?
I don't really get this at all. I just scrolling down looking for some sports stories, and it's like, oh, there's a Mandalorian well, look at that kid from Stranger Things, and then I don't know what the hell the other people are, but
yeah,
okay, great, another movie I won't watch. Oh, okay. Moist One says, WTF, AutoZone, those warnings sounds should be illegal to use in a commercial.
Huh.
Oh, yeah. Like a doorbell or a siren. You're right. I agree. But
what's wrong with a doorbell?
My dogs bark and lose their minds every time a doorbell rings on TV.
But we're on the radio.
But if somebody in my house is listening to the radio, they're going to lose their minds.
Okay. It's a good point.
I mean, look at Navy Brad. Now, he has a well-trained service dog, but he's got his 100-inch TV on, and he sees us on the YouTube there. And if that commercial plays the ding-dong, that dog, I don't know how he responds to a doorbell.
Right.
I know that untrained dogs lose their minds.
I know all 7 of my dogs back in Tennessee would lose their minds.
Hey, speaking of Tennessee, the Titans cut some players today. I don't know if you know that.
I actually did not.
So the headline, Titans cut 6 players, and here they are. Jeffrey Simmons, Traylon Burks, Dan Moore, Tony Pollard, Calvin Ridley, and Will Levis.
Wow.
All got cut today.
Levis got cut?
Oh, is that so? Really?
Nah, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, I did not believe
Oh
that
my
for a
God.
second.
His face there at first was like, what?
When you said Jeffrey Simmons, I was like, what?
I
All
thought,
right, here's the real list.
I thought for a second, wow.
The real list is
Really
Curtis
tanking.
Bolton, Stanley Morgan, McTelvin Gim, Isaiah Itten, Gervarius Owens, Logan Bruss. Those are the players.
Yeah, just a bunch of
A little weird names. Bunch of weird names.
guys who are on the fence. We're on the fence, if you will.
Because
So,
I care so little about the Titans, I had to look up like who the top players were to make this list. I hope you appreciate that.
you're not the first,
I mean,
and you certainly won't be the last.
you got the first pick, so if it was Will Levis, do you care?
I
mean,
do.
I mean,
Why do you
I
care?
didn't want us to take a quarterback.
Well, I exactly. See, Harris
Yeah,
has
I
listened
would
to my
rather
wisdom on this show,
have.
and I've said several times the Titans should not take a quarterback number one.
Definitely should
No,
take
it's
a quarterback.
They should go with Mayonnaise Boy for another
Mayonnaise
year.
Boy is nope.
Until next year when another great quarterback comes
Yeah.
out.
Well, yeah, there you go. So lose a tank for another year.
Well, you got Mayonnaise Boy. You pick up
Yeah.
the best player in the draft, period, bar none, and that's Hunter.
No, it's actually insane. I've been listening to Randy's wisdom a lot, and my
See?
friends have noticed. They've said, "Harris, you're a different person. You've gotten
You're
wiser.
much wiser now,
Much
aren't you?
Wiser.
Yeah.
Yes, a
See?
little pep to your step.
See?
Yeah.
Well, thank God nobody from the Titans listens to this show
Wow.
because I'm sure they'll take a quarterback as
Wow.
they should.
That you know.
Wow.
No.
As they should.
That is terrible.
No. They won't.
That
They
is-
will
that-
take a quarterback.
That is terrible, and quite frankly, it's unheard of. And they strip the team from the owner. Strip it. Strip it, Jeffrey.
I'm not stripping anything. Last Optimist says Tebow won 2 national championships at Florida, and they will not retire his number.
Yeah.
Buffalo Mike says Harris Cordell came after the 1990 championship season.
Was it Dennis Hagen?
Darian Hagen was
Sorry,
the
Darian
stud
Hagen.
quarterback, but Charles
Oh.
Johnson had to step in against Notre Dame in the Orange Bowl when Hagen was injured.
Right. Okay. See, I didn't know because I think Cordell might have been a backup at Colorado during that time. He was used, but he wasn't a quarterback. I think he was a receiver. I think that's a guess of mine, but I know that's back in the vault.
Who's playing? Are you doing the thing? Who's doing the
I'm
thing?
doing,
don't
I'm,
have the
I'm
thing.
doing it. I have
He-
the thing. I'm doing it.
He
doing
has
the
the
thing?
thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do your job. Do the thing.
Alrighty.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now. Well, no, do the thing when I give you the cue. Turn the thing off.
Sorry about that, Jeffrey.
What the hell? I just wanted to make sure you're ready to do the thing.
I thought you were ready. My bad. My bad.
I
folks.
told him off air. I says
Yeah.
the hazing's going to last a year. It
Yeah.
might be longer with
Oh,
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history.
Back in the year 1977 at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. Oh, go ahead and make the music so loud they can't hear me. The umpires walked off the field in the 4th inning to protest the Atlanta Braves showing a controversial play on the ballpark's massive instant replay screen that involved a Houston Astros player, Bob Watson, scoring on a close play at the plate.
Wow.
Yeah, they were so sensitive that they didn't agree with the call, so they put it up on the big screen, and so the referees, the umpires look so bad. They're like, "Nah, we're leaving."
Oh, geez.
That is some 2-ply soft
Now,
stuff right
well,
there.
Yeah, but was that back? Is that during the replay?
1977.
Oh, see that? Well, the 77. Those guys are going to walk off the field. Yeah.
So team executive Bill Lucas says, like, "Come on, guys, sorry, we won't do it again."
No.
And they're like, "Okay." Then they came back out and they finished the game.
Good for them.
What a bunch of babies. Maybe get the call right. You know, they did. Oh, don't! How dare you? Focus in on a horrific mistake that we made.
Right.
We're leaving. That's
Right.
a bad look, man.
It is a bad look, and they should have stayed out there on the field. And they just should have admit, look, it was a bang bang play. We missed the call. I'm glad that we reversed it. Now let's play ball.
Yeah, you big babies.
Right.
2-ply soft.
Oh,
Right.
Might be like 3-ply soft.
I'd probably go 4-ply.
5-ply, anyone? No.
No, it's too soft.
Now
Too
you- now
soft.
you're
yeah.
getting weird.
Too soft. Sorry, guys.
Jeffrey and I both like an aggressive wipe. If you go, much over 3-ply,
No.
Oh,
you don't get
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I like Angel Soft. I like it nice. I like it rough.
I haven't had a good ghost wipe in a while. Ghost
You
wipe.
got to
is-
have a nice, good, aggressive wipe.
What's
Right.
a ghost wipe?
ghost wipes when you get nothing.
Oh, yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're dehydrated, that'll happen.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
So that means I'm super hydrated.
If you got the bunny pellet sitting there, bloop, 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 sometimes there's
Well, I
nothing
don't
going
have bunny pellets.
Sometimes you do.
I have one big splash, bloosh, and then
Cannonball style.
occasionally it goes on and on and on. The wiping never stops.
Oh no!
I hate when the wiping never stops.
I know.
I try to explain
That's
this,
always the
and
worst.
I feel like I don't know if she's like pretending like she don't get it, or my wife just like I have
Right.
no idea. I'm like, no, it's like you keep wiping and then it's still there, and I don't
Yeah.
even know what to do. And
Right.
she's like, there's some like flushable wipey things there, and
It's
I'm
like a blotter.
I don't want to use that. It feels wet back. I don't like to feel wet back there.
Oh no.
And
No, you use those and then you got to wipe it.
yeah, it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. No, they don't get it, Jeffrey.
It's a real
I'm
problem.
with you on this. It is a real problem.
I don't mind a ghost wipe, man. That's
Ghost
just like
wipe.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, good, I'm done.
Gives
Dude,
you a lot
that's
of
the
confidence.
best
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
Move
does.
on with my life.
Absolutely.
Really confident when I
I
have
wonder
ghost
if
wipe.
we should just do the Jason Bateman and just take a shower immediately after.
Maybe that's why my confidence has been a little
Wait.
down. I haven't had a ghost wipe.
Do I have to shower with Jason Bateman?
No, just you shower by yourself.
Okay, good. Because I don't.
He showers after going poo. He can't handle it.
I don't mind if I had to shower with other dudes. I just don't. He talks a lot.
Well,
you just feel like I'd be like,
you really
I'd get
shouldn't.
annoyed
Yeah. pretty quick. You don't
there.
talk to a guy in the shower. Come on.
No.
You don't talk to a
no,
guy in
no,
the
no.
bathroom either.
That's unwritten code.
You
No.
don't start conversations at the urinal. You just
Oh,
don't.
Now,
yeah,
if you're
no, that's
washing hands, you can
true.
give him the head nod.
No, even then, don't
Oh,
talk to
yeah.
me. I'm washing my hands. You're
Well,
like,
you know,
hey, how you doing? I'm like,
I said give him the head nod. You
no, just
you
don't
look
talk
at
to
him
me.
and you go like that.
In fact, you know what? I'm about to go to the bathroom. So how about we start by not talking to me now? Everybody, we'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Don't make eye contact. Let's say you've got questions. You're looking into